I'm a simple boy.
Yeah.
I don't require much to make me happy for lunch. An ice cold beer.
Yep.
Maybe a margarita.
Yeah,
and then just give me a blackened fish sandwich.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's it. A drink and a fish sandwich, and and you can get exactly that order at the Current seafood counter, multiple locations.
Yep, we're in College Park. There's a location in Henry's Depot in Sanford, but the Current has unbelievable seafood, super high quality, all the lobster rolls.
All the favorites. Lobster roll, hush puppy, conch fritter.
Yeah.
They do pastas. They do specials on Wednesdays. I like either a blackened fish sandwich or I'll get a grouper. They have a fried grouper sandwich.
Yeah,
if you want that traditional Florida fried grouper sandwich, and you know what's on it, lettuce, tomato, onion. That's it.
Get a lobster roll and a margarita. They have cocktails that are super high quality, all craft beers from the Northeast.
Yep, you can only get them there. Like some of those,
Yeah.
like here's one that I haven't had since the very first Tom and Dan meetup. Loose Cannon, Heavy Seas Loose Cannon. That beer will blow your face off.
Yeah.
So good.
Counter service, so it's not going to break the bank.
Nope.
You're in and out.
It's cheap.
Awesome food, awesome drinks.
Great for the family. Bring your dog and sit outside.
It's the Current Seafood Counter right there in College Park and in Henry's Depot in Sanford. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. Come on over and hang out with us. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live.
So we were going to have the British freestyle rapping comedian Chris Turner that we've had on the show multiple times on today's show, and we still may get him, but I know that when I spoke with him on email, he was super busy today because today's the AGT finals, which he's made. And
yeah, just to refresh your memory here, I'll give you a little taste. This is him performing actually on the semifinals before he was, he found out that he was going to be in the finals tonight.
With the air, taking it round, and I know you take care. Two in your palm when I take up. Simon always applying the makeup. Anyway, yeah, rounds of applause. I assume from the crowd. Yeah, these aren't yours. Right down to the guys.
He's just improvising with different items. Crowd members are handing him like.
I got my KY, that's the potassium.
He has a banana in his hand. Now he's got an orange.
Hard because it's hard to run all range, but luckily while I hold.
And anybody who's listening to the show knows Chris Turner's been on the show a bunch of times. Usually he comes down for Fringe. And so the first time we had him on that he was performing in Fringe could have been like 10 years ago or something like that, maybe 7 years ago, something like that.
Well, 2016. It was definitely in here. 2016. So
okay, that's about 10 years.
Yeah,
ago.
about 10 years, I would say.
And so he's made the finals of America's Got Talent, and it's tonight. And he has the possibility to win $1 million. And if he wins America's Got Talent, I think it comes with some sort of deal.
I think you get a residency at of some sort at a venue
Vegas or something
in Vegas. At least because there's been 2, I believe, ventriloquists that have won. There was that Terry Fader guy who won early on, and then there was that little girl that has the little puppet. Like she's like a kid that does ventriloquist, and I was going to say ventriloquy, but I don't know if that's correct. And then I'm trying to think of other people that have won America's Got Talent. Like I can't really think of anybody.
No, I have no recollection of who
only
won.
Because I just don't think like these type of shows burned hot for me, so I'm out of them. Right? Like I'm an American Idol guy through and through. Those were my kind of contest. That's what I cut my teeth on was American Idol. So I've kind of
15 years ago.
I've been effed out of that. Like I don't really. I'm out of the demo now.
So and me and Daniel have been looking all morning, and the competition that he's going against tonight, we truly believe that Chris has
he's the guy.
I think he would be the favorite to win, which probably I'm trying to find some sports book.
We're trying to put as much money as we have or can. Much money as we can.
I can't find a line yet, but I searched it, and they said some sports books do have it, but they didn't say which ones. Maybe some offshore.
There's something very awkward in this, though, and I'm glad Chris isn't on the line that we can talk about.
What?
Because it is sometimes it's not. It would be great to talk to him, and I want to hear from him. Obviously, but it would be uncomfortable to talk about what I want to talk about with him on the line. There is another rapper in the finals.
Yeah, and she's not good. Yeah, but
and it makes me uncomfortable.
But that makes Chris's chances of winning better, I think,
because it's almost, he has something to compare. People will see both and be like, oh yeah.
Like, and that's. I mean, I think if he was the only rapper, then maybe America doesn't understand how much of a talent it is to freestyle like this.
He's just yelling poems.
But if you see another person try to do it and it's not good, you're like, oh, this guy is really good comparatively.
Also, and you can go look it up, but it's a fish out of water scenario.
Yeah, and the other acts are all rehearsed. Like Chris he's mixing it up by making it improv freestyle.
Even the comedians that are there are doing a set. Is he the only improv?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, then he deserves to win.
Other than the other rapper, which didn't even seem like
she's rehearsed. I'll tell you. I'll stake my feet on it. You can cut my feet off if I'm wrong. The other rapper, who's a lady, it's a rehearsed thing. She's just out there rapping to a beat.
And it may be mixed with some freestyle.
Low level freestyle.
But it's low level.
I'm not going to give her the letter of the hook on that.
Chris Turner is doing super high level freestyle and mixing it with comedy, making it funny, which is way more hard.
Yeah. He's not just freestyling, he's doing witty freestyle, which I don't even know how you do that. And I don't even know how you weave in the comedy aspect of it.
So what the crazy thing is that I've been following Chris Turner since he's come on the show, on Instagram or whatever.
I think we're close to 10 years on this.
And he's been grinding it out, doing the Fringe circuit, doing just the improv circuit, working on his comedy. He's basically billing himself as a comedian that does freestyle as well, like incorporates that in a show.
Yeah.
And so he's been building the skill and building his comedic timing for a decade now, and almost like he was undiscovered, and then all of a sudden gets on America's Got Talent and has a chance of winning it, which is crazy because I'm like, this guy's been doing it for so long and nothing. Well, I say nothing, but he's been touring around.
Well, certainly not this.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
now biggest TV show on left on net. It's the biggest show left on network TV. Now, other than NFL football, that doesn't count. Sporting events don't count. But this is the biggest deal, right? It's bigger than The Voice. It's bigger than. It's bigger than. Yeah,
I think it is.
It's the big one now.
Yeah, it's the biggest talent show on TV.
I think I have the line. It's unconfirmed, but SJ, our buddy, was able to find the America's Got Talent odds to win. We have Jordan Blue at plus 250. We have Mama Duke, the other rapper we mentioned, at plus 300. Steve Ray Lodson at plus 450. Leo High School Choir at plus 600. Jessica Sanchez at plus 700. Chris Turner at plus 800.
Oh, plus 800.
Yeah, you got to get on that, dude. We're going to win. We're going to win some. We're going to get rich.
Yeah, well, no, I can't find anywhere to bet it.
SJ, send that to TC. Send that to Tom at tomadale.com.
I don't need I need the book.
Send everything.
No, I just need the book that it says this is at.
He's the third highest.
Because it could be FanDuel.
Micah Palace at plus 900. Sierra Mashia at plus 900, Lightwire at plus 1600, and Team Recycled at plus 1800.
If it's DraftKings or FanDuel, we need to find. I have to text someone in those states and then convince them that I'll stay.
We'll make it happen. If I have to drive, I'll drive.
No.
We'll make it happen.
We could have someone bet for us on DraftKings or FanDuel. But anyway, I'm excited to watch him tonight.
So he's not a favorite. That's surprising to me. Mama Duke is more of a favorite.
Well, yeah.
Why?
I think it's because again, this
Sweet Grandma. They're playing the Sweet Grandma card.
Yeah.
People are done with Sweet Grandmas. It's a whole new day.
And these kind of things are really impossible to set the line because it's all over the place. There's no information that they really have. It's just the popularity of it. Like these are the best lines that, the efficiency of any sporting event is too much. It is too close. This you could have great value.
This isn't run
because he has way better chances than plus 800. That's a guarantee. There's value immediately in betting in that.
Yeah, I agree. Now, for this particular show, did we determine that it was live? It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And all the voting is not. The judges are really just there to carry out the show. All the voting now is people.
But the judges have influence on the voting.
Oh, of course.
And based on his prior performances, Chris Turner, the judges love him.
Well, two of the judges are British.
Yeah, and
that's got to matter.
And they like the fact that it's not pre-rehearsed, that there's an element.
It's smart, it's intelligent.
Of improv, that he's putting himself out there, and like he's taking a huge risk. And they even say it online. They're like, he takes the biggest risk by doing improv. But he's been doing it for a decade with audiences. So he has honed this talent and this improv talent where almost it's unfair because it seems more improv than it is. I think
he's too smooth with it. Yeah,
he's so good at it.
He's great at it.
He's been doing it so long that I don't even think that it seems probably more amazing than it is to him. But still, I think we're going to watch him win $1 million
I think
tonight.
he might win. I really do think it's a great story too. And also, let's think about what the other winners do. You've had 2 ventriloquists, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
It's time to go to something better.
And
honestly, and here's my case I'll make for Chris Turner over everybody else.
Everybody can sing.
Well, I can use Mama. That's not true. I'll use Mama Dukes I'll use Mama Dukes, the other rapper, as my example. You can't put her in a residency in Las Vegas. She doesn't have the chops to pull it off. Is she a cute grandma that can freestyle rap? I guess. Yeah. But Chris can do full stand-up. He can rap. He can sing. He can do anything he wants. He could write literature if he wanted to. He could put on a Shakespearean play. He's like literally got a lot more talent than what he's showing, and that's what they need because he's going to be putting on a residency, right?
Okay,
he's going to be putting on a show.
Yes, and
so it can't just be he's the winner.
He already has a show.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying this is done.
The producers know it,
they know it.
So
they want him to succeed because he's part of the vehicle. It's done, guys. And it's written.
And putting him in some residency, it's already turnkey. He has a show. He could do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
he could do an hour show residency in Vegas tomorrow, and every show's a little different.
The only problem you have is he's currently located, I believe, in Virginia, but that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, well,
he become a millionaire. He suddenly lives in Las Vegas,
and he's got a young kid. God, I want him to win. And I think he's going to win.
I think he's going to win.
We need to find a sports book that we could bet on this because
they're telling me. Oh, I think the link was removed. All right.
I need to check Bet Online.
Somebody's saying sportsbetting.legal. That sounds nefarious.
No, that's I have. I'm gonna see if my bookie or Bet Online has it because I got both those books already.
Yeah, I think this is a good bet.
Yeah. No. At plus 800 for sure.
It's huge
because
for plus 800.
Because you're right in the fact that the AGT vehicle, the whole corporation that it is wants to have because they get a piece of it too. I think.
Yeah, I think he goes on tour.
Yeah. You go on tour and then he
doesn't have to, I guess, but I think that's what they offer you. Is like you go on tour. It's America's Got Talent tour with Chris Turner, and then he gets a couple of the other people, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Mama Dukes doesn't come out and rap with him. You know what I mean? Like, it's a vehicle.
Yeah. And
it's
you do that tour, then you end with the residency, but this changes his life, especially if he wins. Like, not only do you get the $1 million prize money, but you get the clout and the marketing from winning America's Got Talent.
And your name out there.
Yeah, you're instantly a millionaire. Good for him. God, I'm so happy for him.
Here's the list.
He's the nicest guy in the world,
too.
He's
so sweet. Let me give you the list. When I first met him, I'll tell this story. When I first met him, he was so nice to us and kind. And he's one of those guys that when he shakes your hand, he's like, he'll hold it for a second and like look into your eye and talk to you like a human, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was weird, right? Because he's extra nice. And now here he is on the biggest stage.
Also, I'll tell you this is how my brain works. The fact that Chris Turner wasn't a millionaire before this or wasn't as big as he was made me depressed that I was like, well, if he's not making it, I'll never do nothing.
Oh, so you feel better now.
Yeah.
So he's inspiring you.
Yeah, well, because he was way more talented than both of us, honestly, than what he could do.
Sure.
And the fact that he wasn't...
I mean, speak for yourself, but I'll go with
bigger
the
deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 100 times more talented than I am, and I was like, the fact that he wasn't a huge deal and he kept coming down on the show, I was like, well, I have no chance.
No, why do you think like that? That's a sickness. It's rooted in negativity.
No, but it's 100% accurate.
No, it's not. Let me give you the winners from other seasons. Season 1, 2006, was a singer. Season 2 was Terry Fader. That was a ventriloquist. Season 3, opera singer. Season 4 was a country singer. I'm not seeing anybody really that names that I know of that are like, oh, this is a household name now. Shim Lin, the magician sleight of hand. I do know him.
Yeah, but I guess they never really become a household, becoming...
American Idol did.
A-listers, yeah. But that was a different time when these reality talent shows were way bigger. Like,
Yeah, like even Terry Fader, I know his name because of how popular the show was in season 2.
Like American Idol's heyday was 20 years ago. It's
maybe longer, maybe 25 years ago. Who knows?
It
feels like an eternity.
Because I remember when they would turn out stars and like. Was Miranda Lambert on America's Island?
No, but you're thinking Carrie Underwood.
And then the other chick. Anyway, those
Kelly Clarkson.
Those are
She's very famous.
2005, 6, 7, damn near 20, 19, 18 years ago.
It's saying here the 2 biggies would be Terry Fader. I got that one right, and then. They're saying Cody Lee. Also, I remember this one, the blind and autistic singer pianist. I remember that one as well. So, I think he's going to do quite well, man. I think he's going to do well. Maybe we'll catch up with him a little bit later. You never know.
What a tremendous amount of pressure, because even though me and Daniel agree, like, he's done this so much with, like, and if you look America's Got Talent, Chris Turner, look at his last performance. He blew it out of the water.
Ridiculous.
And, but he ended, like, he had all the audience take out an item, and then, like, all the judges have an item, they just randomly, and then he went and freestyle rapped about each one. He does this with his stand-up show.
He's done it in this studio.
And so he's been practicing a while, and so he's done it so many times that his brain is formed, like, I guess.
Could we say neural pathways?
Neural pathways.
I think we could say neural pathways.
Where he's almost he's ahead of himself, and he's able to instantly make funny, witty jokes about all these items and link them together and rhyme it, right? And then he ends with a tampon, and he's like, "This ends my flow," and that was rhymed with something, and then he's a tampon in his hand. People are going crazy.
I got one more item, I got to go. I'm going to end with a tampon because it stops the flow.
Yeah, it goes crazy, and then we were like, "Oh, that's a plant for sure." He was like, "I know."
That's a little Hollywood magic.
Yeah, and
that's okay. I'm okay with that.
And the producers are all in it. They're like, they rehearse.
Hey, excuse me.
Rehearsed.
Excuse me, Chris. Wouldn't it be great if you ended on the tampon? That's actually excellent. I'll do that.
Yeah. Now we could be overthinking it, but it seems like
that was not random. No.
But so if the producers are they wanted to end great again, and he comes up with another one of these, like, he's winning this thing.
What if
for sure
tonight? I've got one more item. I've got to go. We'll end on a tampon because it stops the flow. He does the same thing. Everyone's like, yeah! It doesn't matter. Everyone's like, it's the tampon guy. We love you.
Yeah. Now, if it is totally random, my God, the pressure.
So what would we do if we were smart producers? What you would do is you'd give the list of items to Chris. Now, I don't know if they set this up because I didn't watch the front of the end of it. I just watched the clip, right?
Yeah.
Which is how you can get suckered into being wrong. But I would give Chris the list of items. I'd give him a list of 40 items. Here's the 40 items that they're going to have. Good luck, and we're ending on tampon. That's what I would do.
Yeah, well, they can't end on tampon. They got to end on something. Maybe you end on a Simon Cowell.
No, not tonight. I meant during that time with what we just witnessed. I feel like that's what they did. They were like, "Here's your list of items. You'll kind of know where you're at, and we will be ending on tampon because that's a great joke."
And here's why this is for sure the case is because someone had a tangerine. No one cares about it.
They did have a tangerine, and he went orange, and they corrected it to tangerine. And everyone's like, "What?"
And no one has a tangerine in their pocket at America's Got Talent. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. I did have a tangerine in my pocket when I saw Jay Leno at the Tonight Show. I did. I love tangerines. Halos, little halos.
That's just not something you carry around in your pocket at America's Got Talent. Yeah. It's just, so for sure.
Spanish grandma purse, maybe, right? Tangerine in the purse, Spanish grandma?
Yeah, but a guy handed it to him.
Oh, okay.
So
they just handed those things
But
out.
even the Spanish grandma, I don't think, she has some candies and some other stuff.
Clorox, some
an actual
Fabuloso.
fruit. Yeah. So, and it's like, we'll start with people think it's an orange, impossible to rhyme with because that's the thing.
Right.
And then,
it was like a double joke.
And then I'll change it to tangerine. Yeah. Like, this was plant.
It was extravagant.
And that's why he's going to win.
Yeah.
I guarantee it now.
Okay, let's flesh it out because
Hold on. This is another tough guarantee.
This is the lock of the week. Hold on.
Yeah. This is
entertainment and first ever Tom Van Entertainment lock of the week. Brutal.
because I went through all the other contestants, and there's some dancers and singers, the standard.
What about the old man with the socks in his hand somebody mentioned? I don't know who that is.
I didn't see that one.
Me neither. Somebody said, I love the old man with the socks in his hands. I was like, well,
is it a ventriloquist, though?
Well, that guy might be our wild card, because people love funny old men.
Yeah, but if ventriloquist already won, because
we got any dancers? We got any Jabberwockies in there? Got any break dancers?
There's 2 breakdancing groups.
They're great, and I love them, but
it's
they
already
never
been
win.
effed out.
They never win. You're right.
And a lot of those are already those dancers, professional, are under contracts to perform.
Universal Studios.
Yeah. So they can't really correlate with the America's Got Talent.
They ran with their fame.
Yeah. So so I think those are filler, and the musicians, it's like those are a dime a dozen. Everybody's seen it before, but this is going to win.
Okay, let's figure. I love it when
it's going to win.
Okay, we're going to predict that, but I'm going to predict even more. Is there a scenario where a famous rapper comes out to assist him? Do they let him do that? Because sometimes when they do these things, they allow you to throw a lot of junk at the wall. What I mean by that is when you're in the finals and you're like Terry Fader, the ventriloquist, they give you an inflatable of your puppet. They give you a better outfit. They give you a sequin gown. They give you a top hat. They give you pyro. They give you a full band. They give you backup singers. Is there any hijinks? Is there a surprise? Or does he go just on pure improv talent? And just improv.
And the producers of America's Got Talent want to portray him as a super amateur, like this is an undiscovered talent and no one knew about him, and like they even make it, they give him a little, what's that, Grandma Lee or the other
they give him a doofy haircut?
Not a doofy haircut, but
you had the Grandma Lee for a while. I thought that's what you were referencing.
Is it Grandma Lee that could sing really well?
No, that's Susan Boyle. She was the winner. She was the winner of Britain's Got Talent. She was actually runner-up.
They boiled him a little bit.
Yeah, you got to boil them.
They made him look.
You should copyright that. Actually, it's quite good. That's how you boil somebody. You dumb them down a little bit.
And he knows it. He's smart as hell. Like every time Chris is coming here, he's a super smart.
He's hyper intelligent. He married a novelist, for Christ's sake.
And so he even knows what the producers want, what America wants. They want that Susan Boyle.
He's already won, Tom.
Yeah, plus 800.
He's already won.
God, if we need to find what book has that, and then we need to find as many people to put down, because they won't.
We could make our listeners very rich or very unhappy.
Yeah, $100 on like 5 different accounts. What is a good ass amount of money?
What do you think he could do that would be?
They could lose it?
No. It's one. He's going to win it. What's going to be the thing he's doing?
Same thing, and then this
extra fast.
But this time, I think you end on the judges, and you make it either Simon Cowell. I think Simon Cowell.
Any chance of him going rogue? And what I mean by that is, like, he goes to end it, and he's like,
I can't think of it.
You like the old man? He's got on his hand. He's got a sock. Hey, America, look at mine! And then it's like, oh. Yeah. What if he goes out? What if he goes social suicides? That's what I would do if I were Chris Turner.
He does Hey America, look at it, and pulls his pants out.
Orlando's Chris Turner, little Dan Turner. I go on there and I go rogue, and you guys see sadness. Tiny Pecker. America's Got Tiny Pecker.
Well, I don't think this AGT takes many chances. So
it's a good show.
Even though it is touted as live, I mean, there's a huge buffer for them to cut out.
He's
a lot
tall
of stuff.
guy.
Yeah. And he's got a big one.
Yeah, he does.
A big old Turner.
Okay,
although the British part of it.
So we figured it out. So here's our homework. We have to find listeners that are willing to put up money, and we got to find a book that'll take the bet.
If anybody's listening to this that has
it's Bet US. Tracy's on Bet US right
Bet
now.
US, I got to sign up for that.
I thought you had Bet US. You told me to sign up for it years ago.
No, I bet online in my bookie.
Oh, it just crashed our computer. No, okay, it came back. All right. It does. Bet US does have it.
All right.
And Chris Turner is plus 800. That is nuts to me, dude. That is nuts to me.
During the break, I'm going to sign up for Bet US. I got to get some Bitcoin over there, and and then
we'll see. We'll be right back after we doge some Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, now the damn problem is that the limit's probably $100. So I got to get you account. I got to get Tracy account.
Yeah. We'll get Maisie an account. Tommy and Max. Crystal, Andrea.
Yeah. Well, now you got to put in your some sort of social information. People are always sketch about that.
Maisie's got a social card.
Yeah.
She's got a social security. I'm not worried about it. What are you going to steal?
They won't pay if you're under 18. We got to get as many over 18 as we can.
Oh, okay.
Accounts.
All right.
We'll
work
get
on
it. All right. Tracy's next with White Claw, White Trash, something.
Yeah, it's White Claw Tracy's White Trash TV.
All right, there
Up
it is.
next,
Okay.
we'll be right back.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. On the line with us right now, he's going to be on the final tonight of America's Got Talent.
Big deal.
Our friend, Chris Turner. How you doing, Chris?
Hello, everybody. Oh, gosh. Remember when I was just a little nobody?
We were talking about that.
That's the best part, Chris. It's amazing to think that you went from the first time we met you, one of a smaller venue at Fringe, and then a larger venue at Fringe, and then maybe a little bit larger venue at Fringe, and then to the biggest stage on television.
Chris, we were talking about this earlier on the show, that we watched you grind for, a decade now.
And longer.
And then hone your skill, hone your talent, and you get this opportunity on America's Got Talent. You kill it. You go to the finals. The finals are tonight. And me and Daniel, we're betting it all on you.
We're betting money on you.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say? We shouldn't say that.
Because we looked through all the other, and I know, you're not going to jinx it by saying that we looked through the competition. I think you got this on lock, buddy.
You got it.
I think you got this tonight.
Oh, thank you. Everyone is really good, which is quite annoying. It would be really good if it was just like 9 dogs that dance in the final and me, because, then I can just hide their water bowls and they're all like, oh, we're too thirsty to dance. But yeah, everyone else is good and a full person, so... I don't want dog lovers to go against me. I love dogs. I grew up with dogs. They're the best.
You got to cover all bases, Chris, right now, man. Yeah.
No, Chris, you're talking to our audience. They're all going to vote for you tonight. Me and my sons are going to be watching. Yeah. We're voting for you tonight.
We got a lot of people that Orlando will be representing very, very properly.
And here's the thing, Chris. I think you have a huge advantage just because I've been watching America's Got Talent. My sons love it, and I've seen it throughout the years. And you bring something very unique that other performers don't bring, the improv aspect to your performance. There's
a danger there.
There's a danger to it, and then that America feels. They're like, oh my God, this guy.
Yeah, it's anxiety inducing. For sure.
This guy is improving this freestyle right now with everybody pulling out items, and then you're going through it, which you've been doing for years, and then really well.
Well, they don't know that.
Adding the comedy to it, I'm like, Chris, he's got it on lock.
Yeah, we do, man. We are are you an all? You don't sound nervous, are you?
No, I think I get nervous in the hour before the show. Because now I've done 3 performances on the same stage, I'm kind of comfortable with the stage. The first time you do it, it's scary. And then the first time you do the live round, it's really scary because they're just saying in my ear, hey, don't mention any of these things. Don't say these words. Don't mess up. And you only have 2 minutes. And I'm just but now I don't have that to think about. I still have to not say rude words or speak out against any of the sponsors.
He answered my question, though. They have an earpiece in your ear, so you're having to deal real time with not only performing, but they're talking to you? Because I really wanted to know that.
They're like, don't mess up.
No, the only thing in my ears is the beat. And that's it. But before you go on, they will just be like, just to warn you, don't mention anything that's not related to the sponsors. And you're like, okay, cool. What if someone, for the object thing, they're like, okay, if someone holds up a catalog for a company that's not our sponsor, you must throw it away.
You're like, hold on.
But he's got to do it within a nanosecond. And he's going to do it real time live on the biggest network television of all time. That's insane.
I like how they're giving you essentially an impossible task. They're like,
and he's doing it.
First, know all of our sponsors, by the way. Who the hell knows that?
So
they're like, don't piss off.
I bet he knows them now. I bet you know the sponsors now, don't you?
Yes, I have an alphabetic encyclopedic list of all of them.
There you go.
So Chris, the finals are tonight. Explain to us how the voting process goes. Do you know your order of when you perform
and how we can help?
No, I don't know when I'm on, but you can vote from when before the show starts. So the show starts tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is an hour later than usual. It's a 2-hour show. then I believe the voting opens from 6 p.m. Eastern, and if not, then just, it opens in the evening, and you go to the NBC, just Google NBC AGT vote.
Yeah.
And then on the website, it just has you sign up for an NBC account, which, thankfully it wasn't an ABC account. Otherwise, everyone would be like, no, we deleted those. But you just, you just put in an email and password, and that's it. Don't tick the boxes if you don't want marketing. And then you can vote. You vote 0 to 10 on the acts. Now, obviously, the easiest for me is if you just vote 10 on me and 0 on everyone else. So please do that. And then also, if you are a super fan, you can download the NBC app and the AGT app, sign up the same way, and you can vote again on those, and those all count as well. And that's allowable. You can vote 3 separate ways, 10 on each one. So each person can give me 30 votes, which, most people vote on the website. If you vote all 3 ways, then you're giving me 3 times the votes other people are getting.
There you go.
So, Chris, I know you can't give up anything, but your performance tonight, is it going to be similar to your past performances? You got anything new that you're going to, show tonight that you hadn't showed before?
Tonight, yes. It's hard to figure out what to do because every round has gone a bit bigger. So I think that's just what I'm focusing on. And the way I'm framing it is, in my latest tour show, the rapping about objects was the thing I did at the end of the first half to make people be like, wow, that's great. And so the act I'm doing tonight is the thing that I finish the show with, the thing that gets people going, oh my God, that's crazy. So I'm lucky that I kind of held it back. It's a routine that, I thought about doing in the quarterfinals to try and get me through.
I had a feeling he's done it. I'm telling you.
You're going to win!
No, we talked about this.
$1 million!
Chris, when we were talking about this, I said you got to win because you're besides $1 million, do they give you a residency or anything? Do you get to perform beyond that?
There's no guaranteed residency anymore because the show finished in Vegas. But there's, I think most AGT winners who already had a foothold in the entertainment industry, like Schindler and Matt Franco, and like Terry Fader, they went to Vegas afterwards. So I've done shows in Vegas before. I love it. It would be a thing that would be incredible. And I mean, even by being in the final, it's so incredible because I know a bunch of people who are in Vegas doing shows who they never won. They were just in the final.
Yeah, you don't need to win, but out of all the acts, and I have to say this too, you're the only one I could think of that, because we've seen your comedy, right? The rapping is great. I love your rapping. But beyond that, we know you as our friend and also the guy that can do a hell of a good job just doing straight stand-up, no rapping at all. I'll just leave that in the car and I'll just do stand-up and then maybe other things. And then didn't you in one of your last Fringe, weren't you but you just have too many talents. So I'm you're the only guy that could do the residency because you could do a full act instead of just going.
I could put on a really good show, and the benefit would be it would be different every night. It would be an entirely improvised show. Yeah, I don't think there's a struggle to fill the 75 minutes, which, those other 9 dancing dogs, what are they going to do?
That's what I say. That's what we say.
And the producers know it, Chris. And if I follow them, the money and the judges and all your past performances love you so much that's got to weigh into it, too. So even tonight, when you perform...
little British wink.
Yeah, when you perform tonight, and how much does that impact in the voting as well?
The judges' influence?
The judges liking you and...
I think it's the judges' comments, because I think if you're watching at home and you have a few acts that you like, and you're not tied to anyone, obviously everyone here is going to vote for me because you love me and my success is your success, and I will make a blood pact to come back on the show.
There you go.
Regardless, I'll talk to you about how it all went. But, yeah, the judges, if they say, I think you should win, or you are the best actor of the night, I think people watching at home go, oh, okay, well, they should win then. Because, we like when people, especially if you love the show and you watch those judges a lot, you like them. So, if they say, I want you to win, they go with the judge. I'm just hoping that I can keep them loving me.
This is every once in a while you see a sure thing in the gambling world, and I'm still trying to find some books that I could bet on you. But
you can. There is one, and I will say, I think when the odds were published, obviously I can't do anything with them. When the odds were published yesterday, I was, I think, 7th in the running order, and I was like, oh God, I wish it was legal for me to bet on myself.
We are. We're doing it.
Yeah, it was plus 800.
And you got to understand, in England, you can bet on anything.
We're getting down on this.
Yeah.
But it's like you have the perfect storm of what it takes to win AGT, and the fact that you are a super likable person. You have a likable face. I don't know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you are, man.
Like you're not. When someone just sees your image of you.
He smiles a lot. That's a big thing. He smiles.
They're
a lot.
like, I like this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't come off douchey at all. You don't come off unlikable in any way. Like he
came in for Fringe for us, and we fell in love with him. We're like, this guy's so charming and cool.
You mix in the comedy, the British
and
aspect.
The story. He's got a good family. He's got a young baby. This is awesome. And it's perfect.
Everybody in AGT world likes Simon Cowell, and then he's British too.
Perfect.
This is the most for sure thing I could possibly think of, and the only way you could screw it up would be screwing up tonight.
Why would you say that?
It's all on you.
If only I wasn't improvising live on television.
I know.
Way could go wrong.
Yeah, he's the only one doing that too.
And that's another thing I thought of too. Like every other act has been rehearsed over and over to the point where these people are practicing it like so much that they're
practicing it right now.
They're doing it in their sleep, and then you're going out there and you're
Yahtzee dice,
turning your improv brain on, and then like here we go. Yeah. And that's the biggest talent on stage.
That's the magic. Yeah. That's why he wins.
Yeah. And everybody sees that and are like, my God, this guy. Everybody else has a rehearsed dance, like other your dancers, singers. You sang your song 10,000 times.
People to win. Isn't it time for one smart person to win something instead of all just dumb people succeeding?
And Chris, is your wife and kid out there going to be in the audience?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife and my daughter came over from New York, and then my mum and dad flew in yesterday from the United Kingdom, so that they've come in for 3 nights to watch me perform, and then they're going home. It's a really, really special evening.
I remember when your daughter was born. How old is she now?
She's 3 3/4 now.
Okay, so that
she'll know.
Yeah, she's at the age where she's like seeing her dad perform.
This is the best thing. I got chill bumps.
Yeah.
Oh, you got me because I got a daughter, Chris, and you just you're gonna make me cry. Yeah. This is awesome, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, we're gonna let you go because you got you're performing tonight.
Thanks for letting us scream at you about how excited we are for you, man.
Well, no, thank you. You're the only people I've done radio with that have kept in touch, so you're my guys.
Well, radio guys they're just terrible bastards. They really are.
Yeah. And when you win, they'll be calling your phone up. You'll be like, come do an interview with us.
I'll put them through to you. You guys can be my PAs.
There you go.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Yeah. Love to the family, love to the staff and everybody, dude. We know you're going to crush it, man.
We'll be watching you, and
Thank you.
And in all honesty, just the fact that you made it this far, Chris, I am so happy for you that like when I saw you made it to the finals, I was like, man, good for him. Yeah. Like seriously, it makes me happy, and like it makes me look at the world like, man, this should have happened. This guy has been grinding for so long, and he's been honing this talent for so long. He's showing it to the world tonight, and I'm like, man, I'm happy for you.
And we'll see you tonight at 9, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and just remind if everyone can vote. And a great thing you can do as well, just share it. Like if you're voting, post on your Instagrams, tell people to do it. I'm up against people with a lot of fans on this show.
You got it.
100%, Chris.
Orlando will do their best, man, and we'll see you tonight.
Thank you. See you guys tonight. Appreciate it so much.
Later, man. See ya. That is Chris Turner.
So happy for that guy, man.
It's incredible. I'm sweating a little bit because I'm authentically excited for somebody.
I was nervous for him.
Who would have thought that one of our most, let's say, here's an interesting fact for our show and for what we do and for what Fringe does. Who would think that a nobody comedian improv troupe writer would wander through here because of the Orlando Fringe Festival, one of the largest in the world? That's the quality of talent that they are bringing, and they've been bringing in. 10 years ago, they were bringing in this guy.
Yeah.
And here he is on the biggest entertainment stage, the biggest business entertainment stage. That's at Coca-Cola, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those big ones.
And
Ford.
It just
or am I getting American Idol mixed up? But I thought it was Coke and Ford.
I mean, it's gigantic spot. Multi-$100 million show. It does make me like optimistic. That's like because sometimes every time Chris come in here and you freestyle for us, and I watch his Instagram, I'm like, man, this guy's super talented and funny, and I'm like, but he really hasn't made it to mainstream. And then I start to think like, I guess maybe the world doesn't really care about being super talented and funny.
No.
Like it makes me jaded. And then now that they do, and I'm like, oh, it just takes that one spark.
Or what if it's just random?
I know, yeah.
And that's the really bad part.
Yeah, that's what I think. It was random.
Yeah, no, but if it is, because what that means is his act never changed. So what he's doing is still authentically as good when it was at Fringe as it is on America's Got Talent. It just took one roll of the dice to get him on the bigger stage to be seen.
But if he quit honing that talent a while ago, even if he did get this later, he wouldn't be as sharp. But he'll never quit the talent. You want to know why? Because he can't quit the talent. It is him, which is why he's going to win. Yeah. 100%.
I do think he's going to win.
All right. We are finding a book to bet on.
Yeah.
All the audience start scouring the internet. Plus 600. Chris Turner to win America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
This is all of us. We could win some money tonight.
We're all in this together. Team Chris.
Yeah. All right. We will be right back. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out and sit in the chat room, talk to your friends, and watch the show. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live on all social media.
All right, easy for you to say.
Yeah, social media platforms is what I was trying to say, but I got to platforms and I crashed out, as the kids like to say. He's crashing out.
So last night was the America's Got Talent finals that we were talking to Chris Turner about.
Yes.
And so Chris Turner did great.
He did.
They had all the finalists perform. They don't announce the winner till tonight.
Yeah.
Which I thought they were going to do it last night, but I guess there's a whole separate show.
It's almost always two-part.
Yeah, okay.
They got to squeeze as much entertainment out of these. You got to get like 9 sad people. You got to get the entertainment out of those people. By the way, I have to say this. Mama Dukes is terrible.
Although no one said that.
Well, they should have.
They are like, you did awesome.
She didn't. She didn't do awesome. She's not. I can find 12 other grannies that rap like her. By the way, not a granny. She's only 37 years old. Yeah. Somebody really mad that I called her a granny.
I know that I've said this before, but America's Got Talent is essentially just the most vanilla. It's hard to even call it a talent show now because it just I guess it's kind of like a high school talent show where no one's like booing or no one's like critiquing them that much. Everybody's just like, "Yay, good for you," and that's it.
Yeah, well, it's always kind of been a bit of that, right?
Yeah.
Like it used to be. I would say maybe a little more mean spirited and a little more like American Idol. American Idol lost its way because they would do a balance of really talented people that sang and then like really goofuses, unfortunates, people with mental disability. They get people. And then
Simon Cowell became famous for being a harsh critic for people.
I think that America's Got Talent, because it came from Britain too. It was Britain's Got Talent. I think that when they brought it over, their whole MO was this is going to be a family show where we don't really critique them like as heavily as we have in the past. I think it might be the exact inverse.
Everybody did an awesome job.
I think it has to do with American Idol. I think people got they got sad about that or something. I don't know.
So a couple things. One is Chris Turner did great, and he had a different spin on rapping, like improv. Freestyle rapping, where he just took basic phrases from all the judges, and then I had all the audience write down phrases, and they gather a bunch.
It was extra random, which was cool.
And although Howie Mandel, I feel like blew it with his first phrase.
Yeah, explain that.
Okay, so in the first Chris Turner performance, he had all the audience and people take out items in their pocket, and we were joking around that some of them were obviously plants, because who carries a tangerine in their pocket?
Right. And the final one we felt like a plant. And then he ended was also a plant. It was a tampon.
Yeah, and then he ended with this rhyme about like the tampon ended my flow, like the flow of rhymes, and it was a perfect cap to it. And then everybody was like, "Oh, great." Then now this time he's like, "All right, we'll start with you, Howie Mandel. Yell and say any phrase you're thinking of." And then he's like, "No tampon this time." And then you could tell Chris Turner, like, he didn't know he was going to say that, but like Howard Mandel was like, I don't want to hear about tampons. And then so Chris Turner said, like, oh, is that the phrase you want? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, okay. And then he puts it up on there.
Yeah.
And then he gets everybody else's phrase. Then he had to start with that. And then his whole bit was each time he went to a new phrase, the beats per minute would increase, making it harder. He'd rap faster.
Yeah, I think he started at 80 beats per minute. And every item that he would rap about. So if let's say one of the items was Jamaica. After he rapped about Jamaica at 80 beats per minute, it would jump to 90. Would go up in 10 beats per minute, and then he's checked one off his list of multiple things.
But because of Howie Mandel said, "Don't rap about tampons this time," like he had to rap about tampons,
forcing him to rap about tampons.
And then he did a brilliant job, all like making it clean, but also
he rapped about other things. He rapped about pads. He rapped about tampons again. Then he rapped about a diva cup, a moon cup.
Yeah.
So he kind of was like showing off his the amount that he knows about the female body and the menstrual cycle. And your theory is that he did so much of that this time that middle America dum-dums are like, I don't want no more, period. He loses.
Yeah.
Is that your theory?
I think that they were like turned off by the tampon and the menstrual cycle talk that he had to do because Howie Mandel...
it was the first 4 bars of his rhyme because he did one about how he says he doesn't want the tampons this time, and then he went into like Diva Cup, and then he went into Pad,
and then I was like, no, stop saying it!
Too much, yeah, blood.
Because even Crystal's like, oh, like only kids and old white people are watching this in general in America.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about like only. I'm saying the most amount, and I'm like, I feel like that turned people off, and they're like, I don't want that.
So because it was cheeky and funny, to steal a British word, in his semifinal when he ended on tampon, it was like, boom, amazing, we're done. And then Howie did it again, too much tampon. And you're like, so it's like, 1 is funny. 2 is really funny. 3, you've effed it out. 4, it's funny again. It's kind of like that.
But why did Howie do it? He could have just said unicorn or any other phrase.
He has mental problems. I mean, the guy,
damn it, Howie.
So you think he may have jeopardized our bet?
I don't know. And then the judges loved it after the performance. And then after his performance, everybody's going crazy. And the judges are like, this is great. And Simon Cowell's like, you deserve to win. Then the next performance, I didn't realize that they just do that to everybody. Because the next performance, like Simon Cowell's like, well, I said the last guy should win, you should win. And then he just kept saying everybody should win. Yeah. And then everything was great. And then there was a guy singing some K-pop Demon Hunter song, and then they were praising him for like, you picked America's most popular song, you should win. And then I was like, what?
Yeah.
It doesn't even show his talent. He didn't write the song, he just picked America's popular song and he sang it. Like, a guy has a good voice, but the rapping guy is just freestyle all these words.
I agree,
but
I
just getting mad at it.
I agree, and I know you're mad, but he gives Simon Cowell some credit. His MO from American Idol till now has always been about singers selecting a song. That's not a new trick.
I know, but
that's always been his thing about, like, you came here today, you selected the absolute worst song. You could have, and he's big on that. So it doesn't surprise me. He just fell back on something lazy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It doesn't surprise me.
So I was mad. I was like, oh God, you lost me $100.
Everybody's waiting for the end of the world, and they don't want to put maximum effort in. That's what's happening, I feel like.
Now they announced the winner tonight.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I'll be there. I'll be there.
But
I'm fully invested. I thought he did an amazing job.
He did.
And you know what I was able to say?
Morning.
I was able to do something that is big with your boys, and then we're going to get to Weird Job Wednesday. I was able to do something that's big with your boys that you guys have a relationship with. Like when you share an amazing accomplishment or that you know somebody famous, it moved the needle. I showed Maisie the video. She was blown away, and I go, that's my friend. I know that guy. He comes in for Fringe Festival. She's like, what? I got it. I got one. I finally got someone to move the needle, and it's not a mega famous person. It's Chris Turner. Somebody I actually could text or call, so that's actually cooler. So, well done, Chris. You did a bang-up job, man.
Well, the kids are impressed by the ridiculous production of America's Got Talent. Like to get on that show and be involved, it's just so gigantic.
It's huge.
Although it's so vanilla that
It's not for you. Yeah.
Again, I'm like, why
Hard
even
to
have
watch.
why even have the judges? It's just the performances are fine, and then it's,
at this point we could take Terry Crews and push him in a hole. I hate him now. I can't. I'm over that guy.
But then also, like, you have a dance troupe dancing with like 50 people on stage, and someone's hanging from the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like that is, you went from one guy freestyle rapping by himself, then a 50-person dance group with someone hanging doing acrobatics.
So you're saying it's not fair.
then a whole band, and then a guy singing K-pop Demon Hunters, America's most popular song. He just sang a song of someone else's.
He shouldn't win. No.
But there was never anybody that was like, hey, like you're good, but the other guy, like he's doing a lot.
Here's
it's
another
very
thing.
vanilla.
Let's end on this. Here's another thing I definitely believe in times of sadness or political or whatever you want to call it. I do believe that networks, I mean, they may have wanted them to judge harsher. But right now, maybe the network is like, ooh, you know what? This is going to trend better if you guys would just go straight. But let's run this one positive. We can't handle it.
Yeah, I know AGT is always positive. They never critique anybody.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the political climate right now, like Apple TV just pulled The Savant off. They're not going to run that because the whole show is about kind of what's going on in the country right now. So I can see a play where they're like, just keep it straight positive. We just want to keep it a kid show and fun.
Yeah.
Don't judge them hard. Anyway, did you say banned, sir?
Well, we got a Weird Job Wednesday. This is another one I had to go through my phone.
This is a big one.
And so, yeah.
Should we do it? Hey, let's do some Weird Job Wednesday.
Pump, take, 1, 2, a big hold.
Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dad really likes that Tom says that's bull. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
You didn't know I knew this many black people, did you? Nobody knew I knew this many black people.
Here's a little hint on today's Weird Job. We've got on the couch with us band director Frank. How you doing, Frank?
How's it going?
So, hey, man, band director, this is a big one for me, man. This is like a white whale for me. Like, I am a band guy.
Now, Frank is no longer a current band director.
Correct. Which is better, I feel like, because now we can
burn it down. Let's burn it down.
I don't want to burn it down because, like, honestly, I still keep in contact with my high school band director.
Dr. Birch Browning.
Birch Browning. Big shout out to trombone guy.
He is.
Yeah.
So, Frank,
good trombone guy.
Let's talk about how we met and how your phone number is in my phone.
Is this going to be weird?
Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
Well, there was a media star in town. You might be familiar with a young gentleman who did stunts dressed up in a bear suit.
I remember
all these stunts at Predator games. He was amazing.
He's one of my favorites.
Star of the town. Disappeared recently from about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But he was bet by a Predator owner that he could not get a marching band to be in his halftime show. I had some band parents that were listening because they were big radio show listeners, morning show listeners on the other station.
Yeah.
And they said, Mr. Jennings, we got to get the marching band there. We got to help Tom out. And all of a sudden, I'm getting text messages. We're back and forth. Next thing I know, I'm at a run through at the arena.
There's school buses pulling.
School buses, 150
It's you and a bunch of kids.
150 children show up to perform at the halftime show. A small scooter over the top of my children while I thought of the liability issues that are erupting in front of me.
I don't remember you jumping children.
I didn't really jump them. I forgot what.
Was
you
it
guys
an
were out
illusion?
there?
Were you pulling an illusion? Were you jumping them
did
sideways?
I jump? Hold on. I know the marching band
I'll
came
just
out.
jump the flutes.
I don't remember.
Let me just jump the flutes.
You came down rappelling.
Oh, yeah.
And that was SWAT, which I got to go know those guys. That was amazing. And you jumped there was a jumping, there was a scooter. We all got scared, and none of us died.
Yeah. And so
this is awesome, man. This is something that couldn't be done now.
Absolutely
no,
not.
hell no.
With the security at schools. It just wouldn't.
Yeah.
We've had too many. It's too much has gone down the tracks.
Yeah. But like, I'm surprised it even happened. Like, I can imagine the parents like, you're doing what with what?
But this was a thing when I was in band. I remember playing a lot more just random things.
Oh yeah, the random community event. And they just pop up.
As a drummer, I loved it. Like I loved being because where else am I going to get the gig? So it was cool to be in band and then be like, hey, remember on Saturday you're going down to Stetson Flower Shop and we're going to all play out front. I'm like, this is awesome.
The grand opening of a racetrack, you kids get free ice cream, and they're happy.
It's awesome.
But Frank, that was the coolest thing those kids have done.
Absolutely. A young man in a bear suit brought it down. That's all they still talk about.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers halftime, buddy.
Not as good.
I got to do Tampa Bay Buccaneers halftime. That was a pretty big deal. My dad thought that was a pretty big deal.
That is cool. Yeah.
That's the only NFL game I had been to up until my adult life because it's just those are expensive tickets.
So Frank, you were a high school band director.
I taught both middle school and high school.
Okay.
I taught middle school for 4 years and high school for 8 or 9 years.
Middle school band was the craziest room I remember being in. As
it's a lot of work,
young boy.
So let's go back to like band director in general.
Sure.
That's it's a teacher, but you need to know obviously all the instruments.
Yep.
You need to be trained in that. So how do you schools? Middle schools, high schools go about finding their next band director? Like, you do need a is the teaching component more important, or is the instrument component, like the fact that you know all the instruments and everything about the music, more important?
So I had a a professor in college who said everything matters. So all of that is important.
That's a cop out.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's like there's no dumb questions. There are dumb questions.
There are dumb questions.
And things don't matter.
You have to boil things down in the studio, or he's going to get angry at you.
Everything doesn't matter. That's a lie, Frank, and you know it.
And if you don't quest for the reason why, he'll get mad at you.
In fact, give up on it.
Almost nothing matters.
I've heard someone say that.
Yeah.
Colleges, universities all across the country, there's training programs. It's a bachelor's degree that you can get. So you take music classes where you learn how to be a musician. You take teaching classes to learn how to be a teacher, and then your music ed classes where you learn the instruments. You learn how to teach them, how to break them down, how to make a kid get good at them from ground zero all the way to college prep and everything in between. And then state of Florida, your certification is K-12 music. So not only do you do band, you have to learn how to teach a choir, you have to learn how to teach elementary, you got to learn how to teach orchestra, you got to learn how to teach dance, you got to learn all that inside this bachelor's degree that you're trying to knock out in 4 years.
That's a lot of stuff that you are required to sort of know. How do they go about testing you on
each course? You got to pass. It's pass. Standard. Put it all together. GPA.
Pretty difficult. Like from what you remember.
It's a stack of work.
Sure.
It's a lot you're trying to get done in a short amount of time, and then you're obviously trying to get to a spot. You have a thing that you gravitate towards that you lean in on. So you kind of specialize a little bit, but at the same time, technically you're certified to do all these other things.
Are you certified as a band director or certified as a music teacher?
The state of Florida is a music teacher.
So my mom carried this certification as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she also had this, which is interesting because hers would have been more on the choir side of things, an organ.
So when it comes to the instruments, like I know my son just started band his first year in 6th grade, and then it went through the instrument fitting.
Oh yeah,
and
it's a euphonium, by the way.
That's my mom's fault. I just sit there and said you told me this, so I've been telling everybody.
Yeah, he says cop out, but mom's fault is not a cop out.
And then Daniel never corrected me. I said it 20 times on the show.
I don't listen to half the stuff he says.
The instrument fitting, it seems like that is obviously important to find a good fit because that's the instrument you're going to learn maybe throughout your student career as a musician. But how important is it basically if you can kind of play the mouthpiece of this instrument, we'll teach you how to do it, or is it super specific? if I don't get this right, this is going to stunt this student's, like, I should have put him on a reed instead of a mouthpiece instrument or brass, and then that screwed it up. So now he's far back. Like, is it basically like, I could teach any kid anything?
You never... Happiness
I like it said like
and
that.
Success make for long-term musicians.
Yeah. So you're balancing what they want,
right, with what they're going to be good at.
Yeah, man.
They will like being good at things. Kids like being good at things. So there are physical characteristics you're looking for. There's mouth shape. There's lip shape. There's all sorts of there's traits that you're looking for.
Do you say that out loud in front of the parents? So you go like, "I love your child's mouth shape."
Very carefully. Very carefully.
Or do you just write it down?
You're very carefully.
You have to be careful because you got to call the child by their preferred mouth shape name. You can't be calling them a secondary.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. You need a permission slip for that.
Next thing you know, you're not getting rehired.
By the way, if I was a band director or a music teacher,
you look like a band director too.
You can pull it off.
I would straight up profile everybody. I wouldn't even need a test. I'd be like, yes.
You there dancing, your drums.
Skinny white girl, flute. Fat kid, tuba.
Well, the chat room's talking about that a little bit too. Christine says that she had tiny fingers, so they made her play piccolo because she was small. And see, I didn't have that. They didn't say like, "Hey, you're small, so go get a piccolo," because I was definitely the smallest.
Yeah, but
what they did is, and you can tell me if this is something that all band directors do, but I feel like I was singled out as I had a band director that wanted to bully me. So what did they do? You want to play drums? You want to be in the marching band? You're going to play the biggest tonal bass drum. I played the biggest tonal bass drum the first year in band because I was the shortest guy with the biggest mega drum, and it looked hilarious.
That's the easiest drum.
It is the easiest drum, but then I went on to be section leader.
Sure, you grow up and become a thing.
Yeah, but it was weird. I thought I was being punked.
So the one that you strap on your shoulders and like the big like doom.
We had 5 of them.
Yep. So you got to get a group of people that can work together and bond and all the things, and they rely on each other.
Yeah, and you're actually playing a melody with that bass drum. You're playing like that's why they're called tonal. They're not just a boom. It's not just a thud. You have the ones that go.
They make different sounds.
Yeah, sometimes they play music. Like they're like
absolutely.
They do all kinds of like really professional drum lines that are sort of connected to marching bands are phenomenal. Like,
for sure.
They can be like really, really ultra technical.
So, what would you say the best music director job is, and like what grade, what style of music? Like, I feel like 6th grade beginning band is the hardest because you're literally teaching kids that have never even picked up an instrument from nothing, and then you're teaching them at the end of the school year. They're putting on some sort of performance for the parents,
and you're trying to get them to pay attention.
And then you're teaching them how to read music and stuff. And then once it gets higher up, like once a high school marching band, like seniors, juniors, and seniors, like they already have a background, and so now you're getting into more fun stuff, complication,
jazz bands,
and stuff that you personally are into.
Sure.
And then like, oh, this sounds great. So what would you say?
What I loved about 6th grade, and I will say 6th grade is the most fun. If I could do it all day, I would do it. I'd still be there. There's no bad habits to break. You're not teaching anybody anything. You're not unteaching and then reteaching.
So it's like molding
blank
a blank...
blank canvas.
Yeah.
Blank piece of putty, whatever it is you want to call it.
Yeah. Molding a blank canvas.
Perfect. Good job, guys.
Getting white sheets dirty.
And then it becomes very much what your personal choices are in terms of the way you want to live your own life as a teacher. The high school thing is a stacked ton of hours. It's you're doing marching band, you've got the jazz band, you've got the color guard, you've got the drum line, you've got the wind ensemble, you're doing gigs all around town, you're doing all that sort of stuff. The music's more interesting. That's why I liked it. I thought the music was a lot more interesting. There's a lot more to do. But at the same time, if you want to be in a situation where you enjoy teaching them from the beginning, you want to go home every night. You want to do that important foundational work and get kids really excited in the early days before they've gone complete teenager. If that's what you enjoy, then that's what you gravitate to and that's what you stay in.
So I'm curious too, like in the experience I've had with my niece, and she's really into band and like has done well with it and is like motivated by it and have accomplished a lot.
Yeah, she takes more and more.
Her a band teacher it seems like he's doing a lot of extra that maybe not even required by the school to do, and it seems like a lot of band directors.
Young?
Yeah, he's young, and I say
hasn't gotten jaded yet.
He's younger than me, I would say, or maybe my age, or late 30s, early 40s, and he is
You're like mid 40s.
This guy, hold on, mid is 45 and above.
Well, you look
43.
more mid. You're coming. I see it. I see the 45ish.
So it seems like band director out of all the teachers in the school has to do maybe that and football coach, and I guess it's that kind of thing where you're just doing extra all the time.
Oh yeah, you're the first one there, you're the last one to leave, you're the last car in the parking lot, you've got a gate key because their custodians are tired of letting you out at the end of the night. Yes, very much, you get real close. If you do the job right, you get real close with the football coach because you're leaving at the same time that they are. Of course, they're also done in November. And the band director is a full-time teacher is going all the way to June. So in April, when I'm still at the school till 8 o'clock at night and the football coaches had a happy hour at 3 p.m., you're living a different life then. But
gotcha.
Band, choir, any of the music colleagues, any of the professions, whether it's band, orchestra, or whatever, they're putting in way, way, way more than that contract hour, that 40-hour week. Way, way, way more.
Gotcha. And so it has to be a job of passion.
Absolutely.
And you have to be passionate about wanting to teach the kids and get enjoyment out of it to be able to put in that many extra hours that's not even really required of you, but because you want to, you care about the students, you care about the performance, you're motivated by them doing well.
There's also an element of fun with it too. I mean, it's different than a lot of I would stay extra to do section leader work or to help write charts or whatever they needed because it's if you're into music, it's fun. It's really fun.
Hanging out at the arena, watching some guy in a bear suit jump was not on my list of things I really wanted to do.
Fun.
But I had a great night. That was one of the most fun nights I had.
I bet
in my
those kids
teaching
remember
career.
that.
Oh, they still talk about it. They still just
that's awesome, dude.
The whole that one night was incredible for just and I look at it too as a teacher in the moment. I'm looking at a kid who's never going to have a career in music. He's probably getting C's and D's in all his classes. His parents and him don't get along, but man, he got to get out there, got a big cheer, got a big bump. That kid goes home with a smile on his face, and maybe, hopefully, when they're an adult, they're going to go to a concert, they're going to go to a live music performance, they're going to be a lifelong consumer, and that generates the next generation and just cycles on itself. So you're investing in the future as well.
Man, think about how different our lives would be if I would have rocketed it off the side of that ramp into the
children. Into the children, right? Yes. I mean, like the youngest there is what age?
The youngest there would have been like 13, 14.
Then
you're killing the team.
My pit bike spilled gas, started a fire. Then people are running, cops are...
well, I would have been there, and I don't remember it, which means I was probably consuming beer, but I would have been running and pulling children out of boxes.
You would have been in jail, I'd have been in jail.
Andrea would have been in jail because my wife and I assisted. We were like your assistants.
So, going back to how many years were you a band director?
I did 15 years in the profession. Yeah.
Okay, 15 years.
That's a long time, man. Thank you for your service.
And was there, in your 15 years, were there some kids that you, no matter what, could not teach them how to play an instrument? I was
sure.
one of that. Okay.
You fail. I mean, you fail as a teacher, just like students fail at some of their in their classwork. There's going to be kids you can't get there, and you just work on making it as positive as you can for them. Sometimes there's kids that are afraid of hard work, that don't want that work hard. You find what is it about this that why are they here? So let's really amplify that and make that. So you're not going to be a great musician, but you're going to be a great sitter. You're going to be a great carrier of the podiums, and you try to find things that they can hook into because you want those kids there because they're going through puberty, they're teenagers. In 2 weeks, they're going to act completely different, have completely different interests. And so you're just trying to hook on to the moment when it goes.
They're changing a lot. So you have to change a lot as well.
You got to change how you're approaching them. Your superstar. All of a sudden, their boyfriend breaks up with them, and now they're sad. They're disinterested until the next thing comes along. And this kid who was a total jerk at the back of the bottom band, all of a sudden, it starts practicing and getting good, and think, "Oh, I'm good at this," and they move up, and so you watch them go through all that, and you just pray that they stay alive and don't produce any extra children by the end of the time they're in high school.
This was my number one question, though, was like, how often do you find somebody who, because you'll probably see it a lot, where you see their natural talent, you see how good they are, and they have the fire in the beginning, but then maybe something steals them away from band, and then they had it, but just something else, pulled them away, and you lost them.
That's just teenagers. That's just you got to accept that real early on as a teacher in middle school, high school. They're teenagers. They're still teenagers. They're 15 years old. It's their train wreck. They're 13 years old. They're a train wreck. They're changing all the time.
Yeah.
So
I try to say this to other people too, because I get people that even write me and ask about like Maisie being that into dance. That's a sort of a rarity. Most of her friends, even friends that were in dance, have like done it for a little while, and then they're like, I want to try cheer, or I want to try flag football, and they try different things. The fact that she just kind of landed on her thing, that's a lucky dice roll in my eyes.
And if I had a kid that they were terrible at the clarinet, and then all of a sudden they joined the choir, and now they're a stud. Man, I was at every choir concert clapping for them because I'm like, you found it. Or they're all of a sudden
find your thing.
They got a 5 on an AP exam that I was like, you're in an AP class, you got a 5. This is great. You're a good people. Like that's number one. Always when I was like, let's make great people, and this is the avenue we're going to do it. And if this is not the right avenue, let's find you an avenue. Let's make you a great person.
God, I mean, I know you're probably happier, but hearing you say that is inspiring, and it's sad you're not still doing it. Because I'm sure it's hard and difficult.
You miss it sometimes, and then I also,
It's funny, as a lifelong educator, my mom same sort of thing. She did it for like 40 years, but like she didn't miss it, but she missed it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Then you look around and you're like, I'm too good for this. And so the good ones leave. I'm joking. What's the easiest instrument to learn and the hardest?
The cop-out answer is it's everything's difficult, everything's hard.
What did we learn about cop-out?
Yeah, we learned. I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get yelled at.
Wig's getting hot.
But I'd say some of the larger low brass instruments are going to be a little easier to play. It's not as much air load that you're dealing with. They're bigger and clunkier. Things like a clarinet where it's a fixed length instrument where you're just blowing a steady stream of air. That's going to be a little bit simpler. You're going to get more complicated things when things like oboe, bassoon, where you're dealing with multiple reeds and maintenance of the instruments. The fingers are really strange. On the brass side, when you're looking at things like a French horn, where it takes so much control and refinement to get really, really, really good at it. That takes a kid that's willing to put the time and the energy in, and hopefully has some talent in advance.
So let me complain about something for a second, because
I can't help you.
I when I was in band back in the 90s, every song we played, it was always like, all right, we're playing Beethoven's third thing, whatever, and then
you paid attention to it. Ladies and gentlemen, please, could you turn to Beethoven something?
And then we're playing some boring thing that no one's ever heard of, or at least whatever. And so I'm like, okay, well, this is what the school band is like. I'm sure they have rules. You have to stick to the vanilla, generic, old music, like stuff written in the 1800s or whatever. I'm like, okay.
Let's play some WAP.
So then I go to my niece's recital, and then they're playing some song from How to Train Your Dragon that I recognize from the movie. And I was like, all right. I'm like, they finally realized, like, we could have been playing Sonic the Hedgehog back in the 90s, and I would have been happy, but we're playing some Beethoven, something I never heard of.
That's the young band director that's doing the extra you're talking about. I had a guy that we played all rock music. I played all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, but current stuff that's happening there.
Yeah, we played current stuff. We did.
God damn it!
You had would you have an old man?
Yeah, then some lady that she was in over her head.
Sometimes you get just the one that wants to cruise into retirement.
Yeah,
that is a thing.
That's
right?
a thing. Yeah, when you get tired, you just get tired.
Like you did contemporary music, right?
Sure. My
you do a balance because you want to teach the kids.
I had a mantra that was: you will hate something on every concert. You will love something on every concert. Just survive the stuff you hate. Get to the stuff you love. See what you can find in the thing you hate. See maybe you can learn something from it and enjoy it. So that way, again, going back to lifelong learners, lifelong musicians. I want to find something that every kid can hook into at some point.
Yeah,
I'm going to fail regularly, but I'll succeed regularly.
I always love the balance of that, like do some Harry Connick piano, but let's do some Chopin, because you need both. That's the number one thing I complain about with kids now is that I don't feel like they have as much, and this is my dumb old man rant, but they don't go backwards and look at what influenced the music that's out now. There's so much good music out right now. I hate it when people complain. There's no good music. No, there's tons of good music out right now. But what influenced that music? Go backwards just a little bit.
Let's talk about punk kids for a second.
Sure.
Because me and my friends in 8th grade band, they were a bunch of animals.
Yeah. Well, you pee in the bass drum.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Yeah. They, in the instrument
Did you have your
room-
bass drums peed in?
I'd never had pee. We had the doo-doo. We had some
Hold on, that's
another
worse.
level.
We had
That's
some
up
doo-doos.
here.
Yeah.
some doo-doos.
You got to take the heads off to do
instruments?
that.
Yeah, and never in an instrument, but in ceiling tiles and in between classrooms and closets and
To
that
crap
kind
at
of
a bass drum, you have to take the
Yeah.
heads off before you could just go in the air holes. Never mind.
If I was the teacher, I would be like, I stayed late for you. You're tutoring in my instruments.
That would be my last day. I'd be like, lock the door. No one's leaving until we find out who did this.
I'll be like, all right, everybody
Pull
turn
your
their
pants
heads
down and show your underwear. I'd be arrested. They'd be like, you can't do that. I would think, well, I'm losing my mind. This will be it today.
I would say, I'm going to do in one person's backpack. Just as punishment.
No, everybody's getting a little piece of my doo-doo in their backpack today because of what you did to my band room.
Yeah. And I'd have someone to smear it in there and sort it. Anyway.
Everybody open up your pencil case.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a chunk of doo-doo.
And I bring this up because with all this hard work and staying the extra hours, you have some punk kids sometimes that do that, which must be disheartening and probably adds an element of difficulty to an already difficult job, right?
Absolutely. There's always going to be that kid. There's always going to be those kids. And so you just really, really work to, again, going back to what can I connect with them on? Why are they here? What you're here, so there's something here that you like and you're here for a reason. What is that? Let me amplify that for that kid. Then all of a sudden they're taking care of things because you've taken the time to invest in them. Now, did that work 100% of the time? Of course not.
My dad made me come here, so I'm going to crap at these bass drums.
There was some of that where they were like, I'm only here because my mom makes me. And I'm like, well, I can't,
In your 15 years of teaching, did you ever have, just randomly, because this happens in the NFL and other sports teams, where just happenstance sets you up, where now you're coaching a superstar team, where just like you happen to get their trades right, a year with no injury.
Oh, you mean like an easier year?
And then all of a sudden now you have a class that you're like, man, this class, everybody is motivated.
They're smart.
Everybody's really good at their job. And then you're just like, in 2008, I had a dream team of students that were my best. And then it must suck to have them leave. And then all of a sudden, Did you ever have that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can see those classes still sitting here. Like, as soon as you said that, I could. 2003, 2008, 2013. That just there was those groups, and it was just amazing. And what's harder, we're adults, we try to be mature. The next year comes and everything's not as good. Well, again, I'm an adult. Of course, it's not going to be as good. The kids that are left behind, they take it the hardest. Because like, we were so good last year, and then all these kids left, and now we're terrible. Like, no, we're going to do the work. We're just going to do the work, and you say it all the time, Dan. We just got to do the work, and we're going to get there, and
got to do it,
and just go.
That must be how the Alabama football team feels like. We're like, before NIL, we were the best. No, we stink. Take that, Alabama, you stink.
It is hard to lose like that, though, man. Like, I can remember this one, and you can probably give me a better example.
Sure.
I remember going in, trying my hardest. I mean, literally practicing my balls off, and then getting there to do state, and then doing my piece with, whatever, an ensemble, or doing xylophone or marimba or something like that, and not getting a superior, or not getting the highest level. And can you speak on that a little bit? It's hard, right?
It's really hard. So what you're talking about is the solo ensemble event where the students perform individually or in small groups. You perform at a district level. If you achieve at a certain level, you go to the state level.
Yeah, Becca does it. I see her. I see her mom talking about it all the time, and she does really well.
And you're generally in that level performing for college professors. You're performing for the highest level, and you're judged against the highest level. And the problem that happens is, I'm sure in DeLand, it wasn't a lot of other people to compare yourself to.
No.
So you get there, and all of a sudden now you're on the same field as all these other people, and you're like, oh, I'm not. And it's hard in your 16 to admit that you're not as good as you think you are. And I know I went through
and you'd see some people, too, that would just be killers.
Yeah, and you're like, that kid's going to Juilliard next year.
Yeah.
I'm going to Valencia next year.
I have a story. I'm triggering myself. I still remember watching a kid from Spruce Creek play xylophone before me, and he was so good that, like, I almost, like, that, I can remember that level of anxiety. I'm making myself, like, sick to my stomach right now. Like, I can remember, and Spruce Creek notoriously, they just had such a good percussion group. And when they did marimba or xylophone or vibes or anything that was like melodic percussion, they just ripped. They were just amazing. And this kid, he smoked it. But I got up there, and I don't remember the performance, but apparently I smoked too. Now, I got a superior, but I don't remember any of it because of my crippling anxiety.
Sure.
See, I'm now realizing I was the doo-doo kid in band because the first Tommy brought his trombone home for the first time, and the first thing I did is I took it out of the case, I put the mouthpiece in, Crystal was taking a nap on the couch, and I blasted the top of her head. Like I just wanted to have her. I was just like, bah! I was just taking a nap.
You know what? I support that. That's the best.
I really hope that happens in every house across America when the instrument first comes home. I always
Isn't
hope
that what you're
happen.
supposed to do with a trombone? The first thing you get it is to put the mouthpiece on, set it, go in there, and then blast your wife with it.
I used to tell them, terrify your parents. Terrify your parents. Have a blast. Have a good time. This is supposed to be enjoyable, too.
Any pointers for Tom? Because, like, he got the band kit. See, I wanted the band kit.
Right.
I straight up begged for the band kit. I got the dance kit. So now you got a band kit.
Well, next year she's going to middle school. She could take band.
She could. I don't think she will because she don't have much time. But if she does, I'll be the happiest daddy alive.
But it's elective.
Yeah, I want her to do it. I just mean with the other stuff, she may not. She may just be like, eh.
Oh, you have to force her, like I did to Tommy. I'm like, you're taking band, like your old man and your mom. And then he's like, okay. I'm like, all right. He loves it.
Look at him. He loves it.
He's so happy.
He's a doo-doo kid like me.
Have you taught him how to hide the doo-doo in the drop down?
I will.
Maybe you should get in front of that.
So, Frank, let's talk about the average band director salary. So, what are we talking here? Middle school, high school?
Dirty knees, look at these.
What are they making here? It seems like a real hard job.
It's a real hard job. It's teacher salary, so it's the teacher scale. You don't get anything. You don't get you do get a little bit extra, very minimal extra. So you're looking at, I don't know what teacher salaries are today, but I think teachers are starting 0 years experience, bachelor's degree is going to put you in like the 35, 40 area.
Okay.
And then you're retiring in probably the 70s. So, and then, you just march through the 30 years and there's the standard job,
So it's not even that much more you get paid for being the band.
It's a little tiny little fraction, a little bit more.
Not
for
worth.
all the years.
Yeah, never.
Not
No,
worth.
Okay,
yeah. Don't do the math. I told young teachers, never do the math. Never do. Just look at the kids. Show up the next day. Do it again.
So is it, do you think that it is becoming more or less popular as the years go by, or has it stayed a steady stream of people like, of the average, because there's only so many electives you could take in middle school. So is there a decrease in interest in band, increase? I wonder if over the past 30 years or whatever.
COVID hurt everybody.
Yeah,
everything. But there's a big surge back for sure in enrollment. There's a huge surge back, and I'm thinking more holistically music. But then band, there's a big surge in enrollment that's coming back. That's great. The biggest challenge that the profession is facing in all elements of music is enrollment in education programs and colleges, universities is diminishing. So people are looking at that job and saying, do I really want to work for that extra $1,000 a year? Do I want to work 70 hours a week? Or I could get a cute accounting job or finance job,
right?
Make twice as much money, work 45 hours a week.
Arts job's not known to be the most lucrative, right? Just in the arts.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Just not going to make it.
So the challenge is getting people that want to continue it moving forward in the education programs. It's terrifying out there in education programs.
Crystal will say every once in a while when Tommy's talking about band, and we're like, hey, you can get a scholarship to college in band.
Absolutely.
And then I saw...
I did. I got a scholarship for percussion at Stetson.
Mm-hmm. My niece play halftime at Lake Howell High School, and then they had, I guess, Boone High School, or maybe it was Pine Hills. Anyway, it was a high school they were playing, Lake Howell was playing against, and their high school school was sponsored by UCF. I forgot the exact one, but they were like all of a sudden Lake Howell High School marching band plays, and then all of a sudden Boone or Pine Hills, some high school that was sponsored by UCF, they played, and I was like, whoa!
It'll blow your mind.
The amount difference we're talking about, and I'm like, these guys are the ones that get a sponsorship.
Yeah,
like they are doing light years ahead, like literally college, like marching band style, like dance and costume and play.
We had
like,
that.
I'm watching College Game Day.
There's not a lot of parity in the socioeconomic aspects of schools. There's not a lot of parity. DeLand, when I first started in band, we looked like a bunch of green-draped hillbillies out there just marching around. Yeah. We had to work with the parents and with the band director, and Birch Browning brought in other people, and the parents had to fund it themselves to make our band look good. Yeah, but there were other, like, big-name, rich high schools that you saw them play, and you were like, this is like watching, like you said earlier, it's like watching the marching, literally the FSUs, the marching Knowles out there jumping around.
It was like we were watching Derrick Henry playing high school football. Yeah. You're just like, wow, this is not even fair.
Yeah,
resources are a challenge. I mean, it's and the schools reflect the neighborhood, reflect the what's around them. So if you're in a socioeconomically challenged neighborhood, the school's going to be socioeconomically challenged, and the arts department's going to be challenged. So you're having to then get creative. I think of all my good friends who are in Pine Hills, who are
they were the good ones. Like, because they were sponsored by UCF. Yeah, but Lake Howell.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
My good friend,
it's all about the money.
My good friend, Dr. Ford, who is at Evans, works his tail off.
Okay,
that guy never stops working. Has never stopped working his whole career. I remember when he first started, you knew he was going to be special the first day when he started teaching middle school, and now he's a monster.
So Evans was the band I'm talking about, and that's a direct result of the band director, like, putting in extra time,
much time,
and getting the sponsorship and building it. So like, he's building the program. So it's almost like it starts with the director, and if that person is willing to put in the crazy amount of effort to build this program, then it can be as big as they want it.
You know where you would kind of like this job is it is sort of like a football coach.
It's like a head football coach
in that you can build your program, and then if you want to add into it, or if you can be creative and get administrators to, because our band director, Dr. Browning, he's like super. He was creative, and you find creative ways to do it. I guess you could be like band Belichick if you wanted to.
Absolutely.
I'm more of a band Gruden, and they'll find my emails.
I saw you smoking weed with that co-ed.
The other one.
Different grid.
So Frank, thanks so much for
Absolutely.
that.
This was a good one.
And
we got a lot of band people in the chat room. They're all like reminiscing and sharing all their band stories.
There's a BDM who I taught in 8th grade. Shout out to another BDM who is the band director at Cypress Creek High School.
Yeah,
and he's killing it over there. He just started at Cypress Creek, and he's great. So I see BDMs on the Facebook group who are former student colleagues, that kind of stuff.
I
all
have
the time.
4 friends that were in band with me. They were band directors. 4. 4 of them were band directors.
And Frank, don't you hate it when another BDM's like, you used to be my teacher in 8th grade?
Oh, man.
God damn.
I watched you jump my band, the Predators.
I listened to you when I was driving with my dad when we were going to middle school. Oh, my God.
As long as it's at a BDM event and we're cracking a beer together, bring it on.
Dan, I listened to you with my dad. You are that short.
Yeah. I get that.
Keep it to yourself.
Just a little whipped cream on the top. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Frank.
Absolutely,
guys.
Man. Nice job, man.
And, shout out to all the band directors out there putting in the extra effort. Because
Thank you, guys.
And all the band directors I've come across in the past couple years, it seems like that didn't happen in Miami. There was no extra effort that I saw. But maybe I didn't pay attention. All right.
Thank you for doing that, man.
Absolutely,
we appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you listening to the show. Anything else we need to tidy up?
No, we'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Joe from Fairville Omega Store is here. How you doing, Joe?
I'm so good. How are you guys?
See you.
Good.
Yes, you too. The winds of fall are upon us. How you
Well,
feeling?
not so much today, but last week I would agree with you. This week, today, we're like...
it's hot.
We're 2
Yes, it
degrees
is hot.
off a record today.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sanford may hit their record today.
I'm from Florida. I feel like it's September. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, I get
We
it.
wear shorts on Christmas. You just expect it.
I like being outside too, but there was a lack of humidity we had last week that I was
Yes.
it
That's
was so
true.
good.
There was a crisp.
We're sticky now, and that's fine because maybe that'll lead into what we are going to talk to
So hot this morning.
Joe about. Maybe some people have a stickiness.
It's very true.
Yeah, so let's, without further ado, I made you a custom song. Let's go.
Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's quick. I'm into the jingles now, not the songs. It's too long.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
we don't have
excited.
much time. Let's do it. It's quick and dirty. Let's go.
Let me shut them toes. Let's get kinky with Fabula.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, it's just so much easier that way. And yes, she did say suck the toes in the beginning.
Let me shut
We
them
have to have
toes.
Yeah, hold on. I'll play it again.
Okay,
Here,
do it again.
you got to be quiet.
Hey, let me shut them toes. Let's get kinky with Fabula.
Nice outro.
I love a good. Yeah, a bass.
Little big brass. It's classy, actually.
It's quick. All right, let's move. Let's get into it.
Which is a description of how we do this.
I've got a lot to say about kinks here. First,
I'm opinionated with my kids.
Okay, but I have a question. How
Yeah.
would you define a kink? Like, what does kink mean to you?
it means something abnormal, or I'd say abnormal is like now is like a triggering thing where it's like, well, everything should be normal. I understand, but something.
No, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to saying there are normal people and not normal people. We got to get back to that.
Uncommon.
We use the word vanilla.
Okay,
Right?
white people.
Right? Out of the vanilla.
The white people.
Yeah.
Or the bland, right?
okay, well,
or the
white
basics.
people. Yeah.
something else than the standard. And
Yeah.
I guess the standard, I would say,
Like
is,
Louis C.K. is, he has a kink that is not the standard.
Yeah, but then that gets into like your kink. I guess
Your kink is connected.
voyeurism is,
Well, his was, I think, voyeurism mixed with power dynamic.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at y'all using big words.
Yeah.
So
And then
kink,
he's,
I think, is
bad. It was
I
bad.
think
you can't leave. You can't go that
If
far.
vanilla-
No, I reread what he did this morning just so I knew what he said.
Okay.
He would say, he would have a woman there and he'd be like, do you mind if I take it out? And then they'd be like, what? And he'd just do it. And that's not good. You can't do that.
that would not be
he
a principle.
almost did it right. He almost did it right, but he didn't do it right.
Right, no.
But he almost did it right.
Skipped a step.
I
yeah.
looked it up. I looked it up to see what he said because the guy is a monster. He is a monster.
Wow.
I gave you a chance to leave, but you're like, you gave me 1 second to think about it, Kay.
You got to give me 2.
It's already out.
I need 3 Mississippis.
I need to process
so
this.
think
Yeah.
about it. 3 Mississippis is a good rule.
Yeah, and then the other one.
Also, I want this job. I have to think
And I
about
would say
it.
consent is a pretty important part
Yeah.
of, yeah.
You know
things.
what's weird is I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I was like, when we started dating, there was no consent. She was like, you're right.
Yeah, the
I'm
negotiations were a
joking.
little different.
I'm messing around.
But but the conversations did look different. You know, it was, you want a second beer? Oh, that might mean something. Right?
Right. Instead of actually knowing what's happening.
Or signing the contracts, which
You're
is
right.
a lot of, what people do now. There's a negotiation portion of
Yeah,
things.
just like Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 2.
She didn't immediately get up and sprint out of the room. So I thought that was
the truth
good.
is
Well, you
that
were standing in front of the door, sir.
that the modern day community of kink is actually safer than most dating apps because it comes with rules.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys get to talk about it. In the dating app world, you never know what you're going to
And
do.
you're
not a lot
amongst like-minded people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
important. Like,
And you have to be vetted. There's not a lot of anonymity there. I mean, these people know each other. They're all like,
and they can smell.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, at Secrets, they, a place like that, I feel like everybody there pretty much knows and vets
They're
everybody
vetting
else.
everybody,
Yeah.
So-
and they have a standardized practice. I mean, there are rules written on the wall, which is actually where we just had Kink Fest with our staff. It was so fun.
So that wasn't my point, but I have this is about kinks. Okay. So let's go with foot fetish, right?
Okay.
I think that's number one.
Sure.
I I think it's number 1.
It ranks up there.
Rex Ryan likes.
That makes me hate it, by the way, because I hate Rex Ryan, and that makes me hate it.
So, drop your kink in the comments. I want to hear him.
Every once in a while, I'll stumble in my research upon a foot fetish kink video, right? And then,
once in a while.
But here's what it shouldn't count if the kink that you're into is direct. Okay, how can I explain this?
So you're trying to edit yourself?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I got it.
That's fair.
So every once in a while, I'll see a foot fetish video, or I think it's foot fetish because it's really focusing on the feet. I'm like, oh, this is for feet people, right? It rarely in my algorithm.
They call that just for feet.
Yeah. But it can't if it's about the person's feet, literally. Sanding it. You know, they are.
They're doing that.
Jobbing it.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
oh, the visuals,
which is not easy to do.
Not even.
So you got to have a good core.
It's a thigh workout.
So, you got to have core to ankle. Yeah. It's called ankling. When you ankle it.
I don't count that
toenails
as a foot fetish because I'm like, well, I feel like anybody will take that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to be in the feet.
I will not take that. I don't want your dirty ass feet doing that.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not into that. It's not my fetish.
But you take it
I will
from anybody.
Take it. I will not from anybody. I will not take it from anybody.
Woman.
If
Tom classifies that
one of the most beloved '80s icons, Mr. T, were sitting on that couch right now, and he wanted to foot job me, I'm not letting Mr. T foot job me.
Well, not that, but I'm saying I'm like, well, that doesn't really necessarily.
I'm not into that. I'm honestly not into that. Like my wife has ginormous, mega ski feet, and I'm not into it.
Yeah, but you'll take it if she would give you the job.
I will not.
Yeah, you will not take that.
Well, is it the only thing offered? Is it they're like you'll either get the feet or you'll get nothing?
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, see, that's the whole point. Is that kink is a spectrum because you could have a foot thing that is like completely incomprehensible to both of you, or you could have a fascination similar to what it seems like you're.
I have a Mr. T fetish.
Right.
So going back to the feet, I feel like you can't claim you have a foot fetish until you're at the level of I think it's House of Dragons. There was an assistant to the queen.
But you can.
They literally just like he'll do anything just to see her take off her stockings and then look at her feet, and then he's like, I'm like, that guy's got it.
I've never gone crazy for anything. I've never gone crazy for it. I could literally be going to make love to. First time I made love to my wife, but I wasn't like, I don't know what I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but a lot of people's kinks are hidden. Like you got something down in there.
No, mine's easy. Mine is so easy.
I can't wait.
I bet you the chat room. I bet you in 5 chats they can get it. I guarantee you, they're going to get it right now.
I can't wait.
You nailed it. I mean, he knows.
Yeah,
but he knows mine.
Here's the thing.
I'm simple Danny.
I'm saying that's not even a real kink because you told me you were at a masseuse one time and she said you want, and then you didn't do it.
Do you know, fascinatingly, if we were to go to a lifestyle club, many of them have a massage table because not only is the act itself a little unvanilla, but also watching the act has its own. I
didn't want to be arrested, and I think my fear, my fear of my lack of knowing what they do, and my fear of them knocking down the wood paneling, it's right behind, literally right here. We could walk to the massage parlor. I chickened out. I did not go. And yes, I've had that happen twice.
Well, what I'm saying,
cannot go through with it, but it is my thing.
If it was really your thing, you couldn't resist. That's how.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I mean, you're trying
it can be a thing in your head. Yeah. You know, you're calling chicken, and that's unfair.
He's trying to explain the level of my kink.
Well,
which is,
but
you're not allowed to do
again, you're proving though that there's a spectrum. You know, there's people who have a curiosity or have a thought process, or who enjoy
level 2
exploring.
massage.
It can be whatever level you want. That's the fun part. Okay, so everybody guessed it. We all got it right. Everybody gets surprised.
If I've into this for years, I think I'm more higher than a level 2. I just can't act on my kink.
Yeah. Well, that's
not being able to act on it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not inside of you.
It's not there.
Like a burning red hot desire.
Listen, all it is really is adult playtime. I mean, it's recess for adults. It's about consent, communication, and creativity. You know what kind of fun do you? I love sensory play.
Okay.
Just like the things like close your eyes and you don't know what you're being
needing the Tylenol.
But I mean, that's not extreme and like all the things, ripping the things and stuff, but it's different. It's unique. And I think that the fun part about this conversation and where it started is that we were educating our team on this conversation because we don't want people to be afraid to ask the questions when they come in. And we want them to go, my wife likes sensory stuff. What kind of fun stuff do you have that would, help you think outside the box and up your game?
I have a brilliant business idea, Joe, that I just came up with.
Wait a minute. Are we supposed to do that on a certain day? $1 million idea day. You're supposed to save this for $1 million idea
Monday?
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
As we talk about kinks, it made me realize that I bet a lot of people in our society have no idea even what their kink is.
True.
And because they've never even explored anything beyond what they were comfortable with.
Well, they're impressed and maybe too afraid to try it.
Well, or don't even know that that's necessary. I wouldn't have classified myself as that word at all. Until recently when other people started helping me define my nose. And I was like, okay, that's a no, but that's a something.
Okay, so here's my business idea.
All right.
So, you know how you go to the allergist and then she gives you
27 pokes?
Yeah, 27 pokes.
We can do that. It's just going to have to cut 27 holes out of our bathroom.
to see, what you're allergic to, right? And then, you look at all the pokes and then whichever ones are inflamed, you're like, okay, well, you're allergic to shellfish and wheat
peanut butter
or whatever.
Saharan dust.
So, what if Fairvilla offers 1 day a year? You set up 27 different kink
stations. You gotta get the blood bus. You gotta get Bill Murphy to get the big ass bus to get on the kink bus. And
actually, you're kind of reading our mind about our Halloween party this year.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's literally a full-on sensory experience, so that you can walk through. And some people, fragrance is a fetish. Some people, the act of getting ready. There's the whole hot wifing thing.
I'm a smell guy, straight feces.
Right.
Come on.
I'm not sure we're going to have that.
I just thought that'd be funny.
Not sure we're not going to have that.
People like it. People like that.
There is somebody that's I walk it, it's I like it to smell like a hoarder dime.
Yeah, that's the thing. I will say there is a point where we draw the line, just for the world to know. Right. There is a point where Fairvilla says that this is a little extra. Anything that has to do with animals or children, we 86 it. So not going to find that in our store. But you can.
I like to crap in a football helmet.
We don't go that direction. But it is fun to be able to play with different things and see what feels good. And it's literally, we're setting up a sensory wall that people will be blindfolded and get to walk through the experience and feel some of the things that we have up on the 2.5 floor that maybe they've never experienced before.
Oh, but this is Mandingo. This is definitely Mandingo.
I'm going to admit something.
I'm so excited.
I love it when he goes to admit something.
Again,
we bring that out in people.
When I'm doing my research,
is this one of your cakes?
I'll stumble across a video, and then and Daniel's familiar with this. There's a force that is like
the F-Force 5. I can read his mind. I'm the porn. I'm Pornstradamus. I'm Pornstradamus.
Oh, that's a clip.
I can name anyone's porn in maybe 2-3 notes. Seriously, I can do it. I'll challenge anybody
I might have to test you.
And I can give names. I can do names sometimes.
Wow.
Oh, and I just realized another one too. But then they come to your business or
usually
your house.
You work in a bodega and you're a nerd at a bodega.
Yeah. And then they a bunch of good looking women, and they start bullying you.
I like the bully.
They start bullying. They're mean to you, and they're like, "Look at this fat POS."
And they say things that they're like, "Oh God, he doesn't even trim his pubes." I'm
gonna tell the world a secret. Are you ready?
Oh.
The most amount of money I've ever made in the shortest amount of time was literally in a white nightgown with my legs crossed, with somebody polishing my toes and me kicking them in the face. While I read a Cosmopolitan magazine.
Where did I just levitate to? What are you talking? You're an insane person.
This is real. This is real.
So what did you do? Where were you working at? You're in a white gown with your legs closed, and some guy's polishing your toes, and you're kicking him in the face.
You're kicking him with the polished toe.
Whatever was. I was reading a magazine. Don't bother me.
I'm kick you in your face, you piece of ass.
It's just amazing what but some people want enough that they are willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why, again, we want to normalize the conversation.
Okay.
And a great way for you to be able to experiment with the things that you find interesting, whether it's bullying or being kicked in the face, is places like Secrets, right?
Well, no, like the
I love that you're gonna hold on to
F
this.
Team 5 is great because
You're welcome for the drop.
there is some bullying there. Yeah, there's some bullying and they bully the guy. But I never feel bad for him because I'm like, oh, just sit through it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, you dumb bodega nerd. And he does. And then all 5 of them sit on him in some fashion, and then I'm like, not bad. Well done, nerd.
Yeah, that's a small price to pay.
It really is. And
for some people, it's therapy.
I'll pay that price any day.
I think we found a kink that maybe you and I are both into because you know what I like about that kink is I feel like that he did some work. Get their work.
I'm going to set up a new station.
Second one that
the second one.
They're sometimes like the cops come.
Oh yeah. Black Patrol. You watch Black Patrol?
And then they get you good, and then they arrest you, and then they
so costumes and role play.
I'm like, this cop's where does she hang her cuffs? Her pants are on.
And the next thing you know, she's bulletproof vest frogging it.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
She leaves a belt on.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Like I was first I thought I was going to jail, and now this. Like, this is amazing.
See, that's exciting, right? And those are things that you can actually play out. And do you know, again, I go back to Secrets only because it's like an amusement park for things like that.
Sure.
They have like a whole room set up where you can play that out and you're in the scenario.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm
like,
saying?
like you go over to like Take America, you can like, do like a laser tag. They have a black cop simulator.
Get your costumes.
Black cop simulator.
So,
Black Patrol.
Let's talk about
I actually was a police officer last year.
a popular one which mixes pain and pleasure.
That's an authority thing too, though. That cop situation.
Yeah.
That's an authority thing too. It's not just costumes are hot, but it's a power play, just as you alluded to in the very beginning.
Yeah. The dynamic.
Yeah, the dynamic.
Oh, I thought of another one. So there's this thing called free use. I stumbled upon it on the show years ago.
You and I talked about this. I brought it up, and I think you were like, and then I brought it to you, and then you told me how much you like it. But I feel like a horrible person for even because it's. I think
it's that.
I think it's bad.
Yeah. Well,
we've gone off.
There's some evidence that she knows what's going on, though.
Yeah, so I like the ones.
So I like she has to know.
I like the ones where she's like, it's just like your grandma knitting in the background. She's not even acting like she knows what's happening. Like she's just reading a newspaper.
Yeah. And it's a popular one. I think this is like Gen Z new one.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Well, it's a fantasy thing, you know. Also, another one that they've been increasing, and this is maybe up there with my massage one, is freezing time.
That's close to the
Where are you with freezing time? Have you seen the new ones where I like where they build in reality where they're like, he was a scientist and he discovered how to freeze time. I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. Now I can get into it. And then he's sitting there and he's like, I think I can get the calculation to work. And then the hot assistant comes in and she's like, sir, I brought you those gizmos and gadgets you needed. And he's like, freeze time. And then she freezes, and then he's like, let's just open her mouth. And I'm like, what's happening? And I'm like, oh my God, the scientist. I'm like, you're an evil scientist, aren't you?
I'm like, at least CK gave you a warning.
Yeah, this is worse than Louis CK.
You just froze it.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of prep work to play that out because you'd have to do a lot of exercise. And
in mine, when you walk over and you take your hands and you open her mouth, one tear comes out her face. And you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. Unfreeze. I can't do this. You're not going to tell anybody, are you?
Her brain's still working like a coma in there.
That's actually where it went a little extreme. When we did the Etchy Mart, there was these Japanese videos, things, right? That's where, and for me, that was like, oh, I think I just hit a threshold.
You
and that's okay.
get the pick of your mom's bush.
You can absolutely say no. Boundaries are super important, and knowing where your boundaries are is just as important as knowing what you're open to.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, besides
serious face, I love it.
Going back to the pleasure and pain, like there's a lot of different, whipping and flogging, and then the old hot wax dripped on you, and
that's a menu of services right there.
And then like the tying up and stuff. I just feel like maybe someone should just try. Maybe the top 5 biggest ones to see if they got anything in there.
I mean, why don't you go easy? Start with the number one.
What
if you go your whole life and you didn't realize you had this fetish until the end, and you're like, oh man, it could have been better.
a lot of people do that because we start to explore. We've had a lot of vanilla, and we get to a point where we're like, let's do some new stuff, right? But I like the fact that you brought up massage. It's a good place to start because it is kind of it's a nice gateway. It's a nice bridge, and we have these amazing. It's a massage oil, but it's a candle, right? So you actually light the candle, it warms the oil, and then you can do the drippy situation without having that fear of like candles or whatever. Although again, if you came to us, you're going to get the candles that are set at a temperature. It's not going to burn you.
Yeah,
Easy to peel.
Yeah. Right stuff.
And that's part of the reason why we provided this training for our team was to let them know some of the conversation about a lot of people are using kitchen gadgets, not so safe. There are people using oils and stuff that cause infections and bacteria.
Yeah.
So our staff is great. Well, there was a lot of that conversation.
Yeah, I know you never meant for this to happen.
It's
but
artificial butter flavor.
But keeping you safe and making sure that you know how to communicate about these things, right? And that's really what it is. It's the art of communication played out.
Yeah, my wife's kink is to wake up in the morning and fart, and fart so loud that I'm disgusted the whole day and don't want to sleep with her. That's her kink.
Yeah. Like, I live with Burke
Exactly. My wife cranked a fart, and then she tore her shirt off and yelled "machine" and smashed a beer on her head.
Well, now I'm even more excited for you guys to come to the party. Sounds like you need some new experiences.
So let's talk about October 15th.
Yes.
Is the Fairvilla Halloween party. It's Wednesday night.
Festoween.
Daniel and I will be out there.
Yep.
I'm going to dress up for this party.
I'm going to dress up for this too.
Now, here's the deal. It's a grave rave. So literally, it is a rave. It's where festival and Halloween are coming together.
Grave rave.
It's a grave rave.
Oh,
so we're going to have Killer Beats. Dwayne's going to be with us next
Killer
month.
Bees, the old comedian. He's
on a cruise.
Like, oh, my God.
Or
Say that. What's up, Fairvilla? Hey, Fairvilla.
Oh, my goodness. The entertainment, we went all... So, Dragula, did you guys ever watch that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the winner of Dragula is from here, Dakota, and it's Dahlia Black.
Oh, cool.
And she's going to be our headliner for the party.
She got celebrities out there.
It's fantastic.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Awesome. And that's October 15th again.
Yeah.
And there's always great events going on in Fairvilla. Just go to fairvilla.com.
Costuming.
Follow the social.
Are we in full swing now?
We are in full swing.
Okay.
So we actually have a costume contest actually happening called Fairvilla Flock Star. And you can go to any location, show off your costume contest. And we have a first, second, and third prize that includes Fairvilla prizes, gift certificates, secrets. There may be some cash involved.
So you can just drop by and show your costume?
You tell them, yeah, absolutely. You take a picture of your costume with their Felicio. Every store has their own. Yeah. And then you post it online with Fairvilla Flock Star. And 11/2, November 2nd, runs through Halloween. So Halloween night, you can pop in a store, grab what you need, show off your costume. We take a picture. It'll be fun.
An online sort of contest or almost like no purchase necessary.
No
that's
purchase.
Awesome.
Drop in, take a photo.
That's really cool of you guys because a lot of people work very hard all year.
Yeah, on that costume.
They want to show it off.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And whether you got it from us or not, we just want to celebrate with you.
Well, if you don't get your costume for Fairvilla, I get once a year, I get the ability to say this, and I love saying it. I still have every single costume that I've ever purchased or was given to me by Bill Murphy in Fairvilla Megastore. Yeah, I have an astronaut costume that I got from you guys. It's the orange suit that the astronauts wear.
Yeah.
And it might be real. It's so good. It's
It's high quality.
Do you remember my astronaut costume? It's like a zipper costume.
Yeah.
I might actually wear it when I go to see you guys just so I can walk around and say, like, this Fairvilla costume is 20 years old. That's how well it's made.
Our departments don't play. She starts sourcing Halloween. Like, she's sourcing next season now. They really, remember, we've dressed theater people and parade people and Key West people and event people.
Well,
so,
here's another thing, too.
They come in.
Drag queens have a certain set of standards that they need for a lot of the stuff that they have. And that you guys carry a lot of the stuff that it's used, not only used in drag, but it's used in productions, a lot of the makeup, a lot of the, just like the stockings and stuff like that. It's all
Our backgrounds in Disney, remember?
Top quality. So make sure and go early.
For sure.
Because we'll get the complaint emails too, like, oh man, it's October 28th. I'm like, oh, wow, come on, buddy.
Orlando, Sanford, Kissimmee. We've got East Palatka. We've got the coast over there, Cape Canaveral, and Secrets Hideaway in Kissimmee.
Limited,
and always online. You can shop nakedfairvilla.com.
You can
drive.
YouTube. You can hit the YouTube as well. And hey, congrats on everything. This is exciting.
Thank
you. And
you.
we'll see you at the party on the 15th.
Congrats on identifying some of your kinks today.
not really. I'm just saying.
The
I
number
look
one
at it.
king.
I'm like,
Nobody said
right.
it. We didn't even say it. Number one king. We got close. Number two's feet. Number one,
What?
easy one's butt.
Yeah. It's our number one selling category.
Yeah, that is it.
Especially around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's number one.
All right, we'll see it tomorrow. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So our next guest on Zoom, Daniel found this individual when he was looking through YouTube and looking for the King of Deltona song.
Yeah, you used to have a song called King of Deltona, and I was looking for it, and oddly enough, King of Deltona is not the first thing that pops up. The first song that pops up about Deltona is a song about Deltona from our next guest.
Yeah, and then we started deep diving into why we're like, what is this random song about Deltona?
I didn't understand what it was.
And then we talked about this, and Daniel's like, he's got thousands of songs on the internet about all these things.
And then our listeners started contacting us, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's Matt. Like, they're like, we know this guy. This guy writes some of the most popular songs on the internet.
So Matt Farley is on Zoom with us. How you doing, Matt?
Feeling good, and that's like my dream way for someone to discover me. I love it.
It was a completely organic. It was like, seriously, it was just like I sat down, typed in the words, you popped up, and that's how I found you.
And a lot of people have done this and found you like this, and this is your entire business model, correct?
Yeah, full-time since 2017.
So explain to our audience how you started doing this, and tell us about the Moturn method, because it's super fascinating.
Yeah, so I was in a almost serious songwriting duo called Mo's Haven, and we'd write, heartfelt songs, but then we had a silly side that we couldn't deny. And so every album was like, Dylan-esque masterpieces plus a couple of throwaway songs. And I noticed around 06, 07, that the only songs that anyone was buying on iTunes was the silly throwaway songs. And so then I was like, and they weren't doing well by any means. They were making like $2 a year, but those were our biggest hits. And then I was like, hey, if I wrote 25,000 silly songs, that would be nice. If they each made a few dollars a year, that could be my job.
Well, that's a lot of songs.
That is a lot of songs. I mean, and it seems like a lot of work. Obviously, music is something that you always loved, and you're like, I gotta get this out of me. Or was it work to you, or did you look at it like more of a Guinness Book of World Records style challenge, or explain that to me.
Yeah. Well, in this songwriting duo, Mo's Haven, me and my friend Tom, what we like to challenge ourselves. And so we did a 24-hour long album in 2002. In 06, we forced ourselves to record 30 minutes of music for every day of the year. And so we kind of were doing it anyway before. And so I had built up, it's like you're a marathon runner. So you're at the point where I can easily just get up and run a marathon. So, I just like doing it. In general, I find it, the whole Moturn method that I call it, it's just write the song. Don't even question if it's good or not. Just write it and record it and move on to the next thing. And what happens, if you do that, the next song will come. But if you start doubting yourself, you're going to get hung up, and then everything just stalls creatively.
So is it almost like an improv? I mean, do you actually write the songs, or do you how does the writing?
That's a stupid question. Of course he writes the songs. They're his songs.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have to turn them out fast. I mean, how many can you, when you were in the midst of this, how many could you do a day?
So for that Florida album, I think there's 50 songs about cities and towns in Florida. And that probably would have taken me a week, where I spent a few days recording the music tracks for all 50 songs, and then a couple more days where I go back and one by one, I bring up the Wikipedia page for whatever city it is. I hit record, and then I just start riffing kind of based on what I read on Wikipedia.
Yeah, like the Deltona. Deltona, such a beautiful place. Got a lot of cool people there. They've got. Yeah, I liked it.
We were listening to it, and then once we found out that you had so much
I may have been highly critical of you. If don't listen to anything I said about you before this interview,
because it does.
Because maybe I said that you were producing trash.
well,
I've heard that. Many times.
I know, and I don't want to be one of those guys. I think I understand you more now after reading the Moturn Method, though. But I get it now.
But Matt, it's not about even the quality per se. It's just about the clicks, and you're like, hey, we live in a world where everything is about the clicks and the downloads.
You know, Mr. Beast does this to a degree.
Yeah.
Where he designs his videos not just for the artistic ability of like doing whatever he's doing, but he wants to trick you into clicking.
And so did you go through all 50 states, and like how many have you put out there since you started this?
For cities and towns, I've done an album for every state in the union, plus a few countries on top of that. And then, I have tons of other topics that I've done. So I'm up to 26,000 recordings.
That's amazing.
26,000?
Now, I am more of a fan, and you probably hear this too, maybe even from a lot of parents, that I'm more a fan of your pee-pee poo-poo songs. Like, I like the toilet humor songs, like, because you sing under, what is the name of the band you sing under when you do pee-pee poo-poo?
Well, I have two competing pee-pee poo-poo artists. There's the Toilet Bowl Cleaners, and then on the other side, it's the Odd Man who sings about poop, puke, and pee. And they're battling for the toilet humor market.
Yeah, the Odd Man. I love the title. The best name in rock and roll right now is the Odd Man who. What is it again? It's the
Odd Man who sings about poop, puke, and pee. And what's extra funny is he's that artist has put out I think 4,000 or 5,000 poop songs. And just last month, I put out a serious collection of cover songs under that artist's name, just for the fun of people, perusing the discography and being like, wait a second, now he's covering pop songs on top of singing name poop songs?
Yeah, like this guy's, he's really expanding his reach here with different stuff.
So, Matt, where do you put these songs out? Is it just Spotify and YouTube, and like you pick a handful? Do you put them out as many places as you can?
Yeah, they're everywhere. There's different distributors for indie artists that'll get you on basically any and all streaming and download sites.
And out of all the 26,000 songs, like, what are your top 10 most popular, and have they surprised you by their popularity?
No, I had how like Newton had that moment where the apple hit his head and thought about gravity. Nothing physically happened to me, but I just had a revelation like 20 plus years ago, and I was like, I bet you songs about poop and pee would be popular. And then so I went ahead and started a band called the Toilet Bowl Cleaners. I'm the only member of the band, of course. But I was like, I bet you people would like this. And this was back in like the iTunes days.
Yeah.
But basically, as soon as I put out the first Toilet Bowl Cleaners album, my theory was proven true, and so I'm sure my top 10 most streamed songs are pooping my fingernails, poop into a wormhole, the diarrhea bounce back, etc.
The diarrhea bounce back is I enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Matt, we've also found that the poop, pee, the boner is
are popular.
Our most popular topics as well as podcasters, and
boobies, vagina, all of that. Weenie.
It's kind of sad when you.
It is sad. Let's talk about the sad.
When you look at the world, you're like, my God. This is the most popular.
What makes me sad is like when we look at Matt, like we've been studying you for all week, and we're reading about you and taking in your art and your songs and seeing what you do. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this man, you have to have a lot of sadness inside of you, knowing that your top songs are the poops and pees. That's got to be a heavy weight to carry around, knowing how bad it is out here. It's bad out here.
Yeah, we carry that weight too. We're like, we're going to do Pukes of Hazard now. That's all they want.
We're going to do an event called Pukes of Hazard, where our listeners, they submit their best puke stories where they had to puke on themselves and they were embarrassed. Yeah. Can I ask you to write it? Can I pay you to write our theme song for Pukes of Hazard?
I have trouble when people ask me to do things.
Understood.
You know what? Like, when it's your idea, it's like great. When it's someone else's idea, I feel very stuck.
I understand.
Well, I will get AI to do it, but that's what I want to ask you about, Matt. How has AI changed your business model, change what you do? Because essentially, I mean, we've been using it for a while now and just writing all our theme songs, and it's interesting because we used to hire humans to write intros for our show.
Yeah, there's one of them in the chat room right now.
Songs and stuff, and then now Daniel does it all through AI. Infinite amount of different songs, so fast, it's ridiculous. How's that changed your business?
I haven't seen a change. I mean, I don't use it. I'm actually playing on the keyboard and doing all the singing and writing all the stuff myself. It is what it is. If people like it, that's cool. I think with me, you get more of, hopefully people kind of just get a thrill thinking like some guy's actually spending hours upon hours, in his spare room churning these songs out, and that just makes it a little bit more fun to listen to. And also just like, I give out my phone number quite, I literally sing my phone number in many of my songs, and so I think that kind of personal touch probably helps too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
It makes you feel like you're part of the band, right?
Yeah,
a little bit. Like, you have access.
So Matt, one of our listeners emailed us and told us about you, and they're like, oh, yeah, this guy, Matt, he's been doing this for years, and he's like, and then he threw out a number that I was shocked by, and not to get in your personal business, and maybe you're public about this, but the listener was like, oh, he makes $200,000 a year with these songs because of the mass amount that's out there, and a couple dollars here and there on each song, and then like you said, it equals 200,000. Is that correct?
Yeah. As verified by the New York Times, they did a story on me a couple years ago, and part of the deal was I was like, I'll tell you what I earn if it means you guys read an article on me. So yeah, what year? In 2024, I think it was. Or 2023, I made $200,000. But what's funny is that's like less than $10 per song per year,
Yeah. It's the volume, the amount of it. Yeah,
it's hard for me to wrap my brain just how many songs you. It is. It's a difficult number to wrap my brain around. Do you have any copycat guys that saw what you were doing and they're like, you know what, I can do this. I can write about pee-pee and poo-poo. Watch this. I can do 33,000 songs.
Yeah, for those doing it the way I'm doing it, which is, actually writing and recording it and playing it yourself, I see on like message boards people talking about me, and then other musicians in the message board being like, oh, maybe I'll do that. And frankly, I just sit back and I'm like, yeah, maybe you will, or maybe 3 days into it, you're going to realize that it's takes an exhaustive amount of focus and keeping your eyes on the prize. And I was doing it in complete anonymity for the first decade plus that I was doing it. Like no one was paying attention to it. As much as I was trying to get people to write articles about it or acknowledge me in any way.
So it literally took forever for is it a joke to you? Or is it an art project? How would you describe it?
I think it's a grand joke, in that it's like, I think it's just hilarious to look at the discographies of these artists, and just to be, because it's like, you got to rearrange your understanding of what a band is or a musician is or anything else, So I think that's funny. I honestly think that, obviously they're funny songs, but they're strangely catchy, and I definitely like to play on the line between like people being like, is this guy just awful, or does he like know what he's doing? I love playing with that.
You do a good job with it, yeah, because you can see the redeeming musical qualities in it. It's not all like, I wouldn't say it's bad. It is.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. And I love weird because I'm weird. So I think and the amount of time you're wasting on it, and I use the word waste because we do a lot of bits around here where I love when you put maximum effort into something that's like this big. Yes, I love that.
Absolutely.
I don't know why I love that, but you and I, we've always loved the idea of the joke being so huge, and we did all this work. I'm thinking, what did we get out of it?
this.
Yeah. Little pee-pee song.
Yeah, little boner.
So now I'm curious too, do you have like a massive spreadsheet of all the songs, like so you don't make
catalog.
duplicates, or does it not matter? You're like, who cares if I have 2 songs about Deltona? It's a matter of just get them out there.
Yeah, it's the second option. And in fact, because like for the name poop songs, which have been really popular in the last year or so, there's multiple names that I just didn't realize I'd already done.
Yeah, there's like 4 Steven Poops songs.
I'll do. Some people reach out to me and they'll be like, "Hey, you did Ashley, but you didn't do it ASHLEIGH." And I'm so thorough that I'm like, "All right, I'll add that."
Let me circle back around. Everyone gets a poop song.
Yeah, it's crazy for like the amount of money like that. I was so skeptical of that I was willing to bet the listener. I was like, no way, because I'm in this business where, like, you know, kind of a different business. Like, you're getting paid directly from Spotify or like YouTube or whatever, and we don't really do that. But we do kind of see like how much. But with that much catalog of music and that much content, then it does make sense that it's just like little bits at a time. Do the actual like Spotify or YouTube, do they ding you for having so much different accounts, or is there anything that they like? You know,
are they mad at you for being who you are? Is what I like. They're like, this
they
guy,
trying to, like, throttle
what's he
you
doing?
down?
Like, they're like, you get out of here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to imagine that there's meetings, you know, like well-dressed people around a table, and they're just like, what do we do about this guy? You know, but I have tons of respect. I love streaming. I think music streaming is so good. It's so much better for the consumer than, you know, 25 years ago, you'd have to buy a full CD because you liked one song on it, you know? And frankly, the consumer was being ripped off when the rest of the CD was no good, you know?
Yeah.
So as a consumer, I love streaming. And as an artist, people are willing to press play much more so than they're willing to spend $15 to try something out. And so with my silly songs, they're like, yeah, okay, I'll press play and see what this is. And so they've never overtly complained about me. I like to imagine some of the rules that spring up are inspired by me, but you know, I'd be nowhere without them, and I try my absolute best to abide by their rules.
Do you do any live performing, or do you sell any merch?
You were on Fallon, weren't you, Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, I did the Tonight Show in 2017. That was very exciting, or whatever year it was, 2016 actually. I still, you know, try to work it into conversations when I meet people, and
I would too.
And then live shows. Yeah, me and 3 guys that I've known since we were all teenagers. 5 to 10 shows a year. We're playing in New York next month, and what's really cool is like people, you know, 23-year-olds will come up after the show and be like, I've been listening to the Toilet Bowl Cleaner since I was 8, you know, which is wild.
That's crazy.
That's what makes this like experiment or art or joke or however, like it. That's what makes it amazingly cool, is that it's got this life of its own and it almost grows on its own too. Like people can share all of that music.
Do you get any pushback from other musicians?
Yeah. I mean, not to my face, but you know, you're not supposed to read the comments or read the reviews.
Yeah.
I don't go by that rule. I Google my name constantly, and I definitely, you know, read some resentful comments or people just writing me off. But I think the deeper you go into it, the more you realize like that there's a lot of like heart and ingenuity and silliness going on here, and dare I say songwriting ability.
Well, I mean, you changed my tune on it, though. I mean, all I had to do is read and you put out a book, like what, in 2023, the Moturn Method, is that the book you put out? Yeah. I read a little bit of that and kind of dug into that a little bit, and I think I understood it better. So
now, are you worried, now going back to like AI, are you worried that you come up with this method that is obviously you've proved it to be that it's effective, it works, and it's making you money? Do you worry about someone taking AI and writing a program where AI itself is just putting out infinite amount of songs and like it's doing 200 a day and it's just posting them on, like, you know.
You think just diminishes what he's earning? Is that what you're...
Well, I'm saying someone else steals it, automates it, lets a computer do it, and then they're putting out, because obviously you couldn't beat the machine because you're actually, and I agree with you, the value is in the fact that a human being is doing this and putting time into it. By hand. But a lot of people can't even tell the difference between AI songs and real songs. And do you think that they're going to take that Moturn method and use it for their own advantage automatedly?
Yeah, I think it's very possible, and there's nothing I can do about it. One step up that I have is that, like, I've got 20 years of releasing music ahead of people who are doing it that way. So, like, usually the more popular stuff is going to come up higher in searches. So if they're writing an AI song on the exact same topic that I wrote one about, 15 years ago, I think the older one would come up in the search.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, like I said, I think the humanity behind it is real and important, and maybe I'll just have to get a real job someday too. I don't know.
No, never do that. You're a legend right now, and we love legends around here. Don't do that.
You know what AI can't do is make it sound unpolished and human. And that's what you're
so right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what AI will do, like, we could load one of your songs into AI and
it'll clean it right up.
It cleans it up, makes it sound really good. And it's like, well, this is not the intention of the original. No. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
not the spirit.
So you do have a leg up, I think. And I think you could make this a lifelong career. Well, Matt, we appreciate talking to you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for your time. This was so fun.
And if people want to find all these songs, I mean, there's so many places to find them. But is it...
what's best for you? Yeah. Where do you want people listening?
Well, just call me 603-644-0048, and I'll guide you to what you need.
All right.
I like that better.
Well, we appreciate the interview, Matt. Good luck with everything. It's super interesting to us, and it's cool to see what you've built.
Yeah, keep it up, man, and we hope to talk again sometime soon.
Yeah, very nice talking to you. Thanks, guys.
See you, man.
Right, see you, Matt. That was a cool guy.
Yeah, what a cool guy.
Also, what a weird thing to learn how to do where...
He's on the spectrum, right? A little bit?
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, he's obviously, like, smart and artistic.
He's a smart guy. You could tell talking to that guy. He's a smart guy.
I want to hear one poo-poo song.
All right. You want a little toilet bowl cleaner?
Yeah, just to hear... and give our audience an example.
A little taste. Toilet bowl cleaners. Let's see here. We'll go to the top song that has 3,895,000 downloads.
Okay, all right.
And it is called Butt Cheeks, Butt Cheeks.
Okay.
Here we go.
Everybody's got butt cheeks. Everybody's got big old butt cheeks. Every time you sit down, you're sitting on your butt cheek.
Kind of got like a Randy Newman thing, right? Everybody's got butt cheek. You got a butt cheek in me. You got a butt cheek in me. Everybody, when you're sitting on the potty, you got a butt cheek in me. I'm going to do, maybe I should just start doing Randy Newman songs like that. Like Pee Pee Poo Poo's Randy Newman.
$200,000 a year.
Yeah. What if I could do $200,000 a year? Like beep beep boo boo.
Makes more than I do.
Beep beep boo boo. Randy Newman pee pee.
That's better than what I do, actually.
Your people got big butty.
$200,000.
Your people got big butty.
Some roofers listen to this.
You jump off the roof.
Yeah.
You jump.
Richard, you're delivering UPS garbage every day. He's like, God damn it. Take that, Richard. All right.
He's the Randy Newman of S and P songs, and he makes a cool $200,000 a year. And it's more than that. It's more than that because the article I read is that that's just the consistent stream. He still gets paid for going out and doing
the live gigs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like that's just
good for him, man.
Yeah, he's a nice man.
We will see you on Monday.